Fuck! Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you do fucking fuck? Fuck! Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's frogs. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get versticken. Join me. Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
Sparkle farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
I've had a cunt my whole life. Like, I've had a vagina my entire existence. I'm not a dude.
I didn't play that for any particular reason. I grabbed one right at the end there. It happened to be that one. For anyone that wants to read into that, I have no idea. I didn't watch his show today. I don't know if he said anything about me or anything like that. I have no fucking clue. Before he goes, what was that about? Like, fuck, it was just... Right as I played it, I realized, what if somebody reads into that? Because it's like, oh, did you hear what he said on his shit? No, I didn't. You know what? I realize it's a better way to go through life. Because I don't care. He can say what he wants. It's his show. All right, we've got everything loaded up. I've got all my chats loaded up. And, yeah, I was going to do a bit, but now the time for that has passed because I've had to explain that. So, fuck me. All right, Digger1420. What the fuck? Why is a hype train starting? 5 subs. 5 subs does not a hype train make. Why? Why? I didn't even get to talk about goals yet. This makes fucking no sense. It's 50% of level 2? What the hell did I miss? That's the first thing we've had today. They have to... Landers said you was sexy, Johnny, but I told Aaron to lay off. You are mine. Well, hey, you know what? No, I'm not. Oh, he said you was sexy. No. No. All right, here comes the donkey dick train. No, emotionally damaged. Fuck no, emotionally damaged. All right, where that's there. I have to get the fucking doctor out in a second if this continues. So I better grind up and get a fucking burn in on the first one. I have to work later tonight. I don't want to be super fucked up. In fact, where's the water bottle? You know what we're doing? We're switching to straight water, no flavor. No flavor. We're not doing strong flavor. We're not doing any flavoring. We're going straight water. If we're doing this, what the fuck? Twitch just fucked me up. Twitch just fucked me from yesterday. What do you mean it fucked you from yesterday? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lab Glass. Emotionally damaged. Shots. This is water. We're not doing shots. I don't have booze on hand, and I'm not doing shots. The haircut is growing on me, Johnny. Lol. Dude, the haircut is literally growing on me. Alrighty. Walmart has the 32-ounce Circle bottle for $15 right now. Dude, what do you think this thing is? This is 32 ounces. It's 32 ounces, and it's black. Don't know why that matters. It's like dual-walled, which, again, don't know why that matters. You can't put anything hot in it, so you want it to be cold, but it'll stay cold. I don't know. I guess they didn't cancel the order when it said it couldn't process. Well, it came through now, and we are on a hype train. So you should have seen my hair 2 weeks ago. Shaved my head bald, only just growing back. Well, I'm, I guess, happy for you. I don't know. Let's catch up with Rumble Chat quick. Yeah, we almost played that song. Hey, kids, happy Friday. We have a minute and a half left in the hype train at 55%. Happy ZOG Day. I don't know what ZOG Day is, and I'm worried that I asked. Don't get my well water. Hey, cheeseburger pie. Hiya, everybody. Friday fun day. It's going to be fun. Am I in yet, says King Kong Dong. Depends. I don't feel you. Rusty Grammar, cheeseburger pie. All right, well, it's Saffron saying hello. Hey, hello. You said, what do you get? What do you get from a cow during an earthquake? Milkshakes. Nice. Not bad. Same thing with the monk. No. Why was the chicken up all night? It had restless egg syndrome. Oh, Jesus. Now the dad jokes are going crazy. 1 minute left. Level 2, 55%. So it looks like that train's going to end there. Before we get into that, though, whatever that is and counts for will go towards our goal, which is now currently. And what happened to my nose? Why is my nose all red? It's red on this side. Why is it? I bet I was laying on the sink a lot last night while I was going to the bathroom because I'm lazy. I got to stop doing that. Jesus, Saint Caesar. I'm going to F up my hair tonight, going to bleach parts of it. Wish me luck that I don't burn any of it off. All right. Best of luck, sir. Best of luck. You know what? That's what I should do. I should bleach it now so when it grows out, it'll be nice. Right? It'll be nice. I'll have to, like, bleach this all the way down to the roots. Like, bleach it all. Bleach it all. So it'll be lightly frosted in the back, a little frosted in the front. No, that's gay. All right, anyways. We have more important things to do than talk about my hair. What am I, a mo? All right, we have Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We have all the chats up, as you can tell. Johnny has the Hitler hair going. No, not even a little. Not even a little. All right, so that is the end of the hype train, it seems like, at level 2. Thank you very much. I'll get those 2 burns worked up and into the show in a bit. Wasn't looking to smoke a whole bunch. Well, it looked like that train was going to peter out where it did. Peter, I'm holding Hooters. And anyways, I figured we'd take a break. So I don't want to fucking get myself all blitzed and have to do stuff. All right. Dude. Lab Glass. That was the whole reason I gave 20 on Rumble yesterday. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. It, I guess it counted now. And we'll count whatever it says if it counted it yesterday and it counted towards knocking the goal down. We'll talk about that in a moment. Or it'll count it today, and we'll still count it towards knocking the goal down. Speaking of said goal, we're on $40 on November 2nd. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. That's my birthday. And I don't know. We'll be doing... just so everyone knows, on November 2nd, we're going to be funded through. So November 2nd, the birthday stream, we're going to give people the option to donate direct and say birthday, and it doesn't count towards the goal fund. That's up to people. They get that option if they so choose. That is available for them. I'm telling people now, in case maybe they don't want to donate now and they want to save up for the birthday thing. It's in like 2-3 weeks. We're good. Like, I get it. Do that. There you go. November 2nd. Tell your friends. All right, so we're going to get going in a minute here. We have a lot of stories to get into. We're going till 5:30 because, again, as I said, we're fully funded all the way into November. So, King Kong Dong, did you see the AI pics of you this morning, Johnny? What? AI pics of me from this morning? Who made AI pictures of me? Who made AI pictures of me? There's the YouTube one. King Kong Dog, Johnny's hairstyle, images, Google. Oh, yeah. No, totally not. Totally not my hairstyle in the slightest. No, I didn't see the AI pics of me. I don't watch the show a lot right now. Like this morning, I had steroids. I was getting pumped full of them. And, like, you know, everybody likes slinging the dirt. I can't take that from all the trolls. Oh, the Aaron said this. And then I just go, you know what I'll do? I'll worry when he says it to me. And that's what I'll do. So, yeah, I haven't really tuned into the show lately. I've been extremely busy every morning. I'm not working on the show. I have too much stuff to do. There were discussions about changing my schedule. You're a dick. Who did that? Wilmer, thank you. I guess I should thank you. If you'd done that earlier, it could have been very bad for me. Thank you, Wilmer. You cock. But yes, it could have been very bad for me if that happened earlier. So I guess I should thank you. But as I was saying about the Aaron thing, yeah, there was an earlier discussion. Aaron wanted to be, like, was trying to be nice to me, and he wanted to change my schedule up. He's like, how about you come in later, and I do stuff maybe that you don't care for in, the first hour, and then we hang out for a while, and you can come in on Thursday. And I was like, and he's like, or you can come in on Friday, and we could do that. I'm like, it's the Friday and the Thursday mornings now that I do all the appointments and the medical stuff that I used to do throughout the week. Now I got, got to do a lot. So I only donate sperm, but Johnny complains about it cutting into his bottom line. What the fuck are you talking about, Landers? I don't have a milking farm. I ordered a $58 steak next Friday for my anniversary gift, says King Kong Dong. That sounds sexy. It's your anniversary gift for you or for her? I hope everyone has good plans for the weekend. I have to work. King Kong Dong, you can say no. I did say no. I said no to the whole idea. I said no to the entire thing. I said, yeah, no, not doing that. Digger 420, thank goodness I wasn't wearing headphones. Yeah, I got to scale that one back a little bit because it's just a touch loud. I mean, it was for when we used to do gaming, but yeah, no, we don't do gaming. At least haven't for a while. I might in the near future. I was considering doing some gaming for Mech Warrior, but I found out that that's on. It's going to be on the Xbox for Game Pass day one. So I'm like, I'll just download it, Monday night at midnight or whatever. Or, I'm going to do that little thing I know, and I'm going to get into that game. Thank good. All right. When does she get a gift for the anniversary? Who are we talking about? Wow, we're all paying attention now except for those who have gone deaf. Yeah, Shia, it's Carlos Ramirez, it wasn't in a bad way, it was kind of sick. I'm not saying it wasn't a bad way, Carlos Ramirez. I'm simply saying I don't know what these photos are. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, it's top chat. God damn it. Why do I have to do that? I should not have to do that. The chat is moving a lot faster than I thought it was, though, so that makes it interesting. But yeah, I didn't see him. because I wasn't, like I said, doing a show. I had something this week that Mech Warrior is on Game Pass. Yeah, it's Game Pass day one. I read about it the other day. I'm glad I read about it the other day because I was this close to pulling the trigger on buying it on Steam to play it on computer and use a joystick like I used to way back in the day because you had to or you could or whatever. But they're going to make it console friendly, which means it's going to be totally controller friendly. And I've done so many video games with a controller that I'm like, yeah, no, we can just do it with a controller. And it's going to have 90 minutes of cinematic sequences. So honestly, like I love my game screen that I now have, my nice new game monitor, but woo, boy, do I love my big ass TV. So I'm like, it's single player. I'm not getting it for multiplayer. Is it on PC Game Pass? That's a very good question, Saint Caesar. And if it has like legit multiplayer and I have people to play with, I might, if it's on Game Pass PC, I might do an occasional stream. Maybe even let people play with me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I just know it's on Game Pass for sure, which means I can sit on my freaking futon, load up my bowl, and fucking hit my bong at ice cold temperatures, smoke up and play, and then, have myself a good day. Labglass saying, I love playing with my joystick. That makes two of us, buddy. That makes two of us. Because that's all I'm doing nowadays. Alrighty. So we have all that caught up. The chats are caught up. How are we doing on here? Wow. YouTube is going good. Everybody seems to be jumping in. Rumble's catching up, so they seem good to go. And Twitch, again, as usual, the late bell to the ball. But that's to be expected. That is to be expected. I'll check it out. I played Crash Bandicoot and Insane Trilogy Game Pass. Still on the first game. Hard as hell. Okay. I haven't done Crash Bandicoot, and I don't know that I ever will, to be honest with you. But many blessings to you on that. I've been stuck in WoW Crack like usual, and then I have Baldur's Gate 3. So not buying the video game, not buying Mech Warriors for two reasons. One, give me a chance to play it first. Maybe I don't want to spend that kind of money. And then two, the other reason, depending on how funding goes and everything, we're gonna look at the earnings things, and depending what happens on like the birthday show and stuff, I might be looking into. I'm gonna talk to some friends and stuff. I might be looking and getting a PC upgrade for the show. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. It's a PC upgrade in general. Will it be used for the show? Entirely. Will it be used exclusively for the show? Haha, go fuck yourself now. But yeah, so. What up, Lawnmower Heads? Is Falling the Great? Not much. Not much. Just here with my weed whacker face to do a show for you guys for 3.5 hours. Good to have you, Fallen. Good to have you. All right, so let's catch up with the Rumble chat quick. All right, I brought her tickets to the football game in December. Oh, was that what she wanted? Or again, was that a gift for you? Congrats to you and the wife. Yeah, a lot of people happy for King Kong and his upcoming anniversary. I know you're playing with my joy. Whoa. Lab glass? No. I said I love playing with my joystick. I love playing with my joystick. My joystick is attached to... Jesus, Lab Glass. Good God. Sneaky, 2 gifts you like. Happy anniversary to you both. Yeah, I mean... All right. I have no idea what we're talking about, Rusty Grammar. All right, so... what video card do you have, says Zoomican? Right now, it's a GeForce RTX, like 34 or 3600 series. I don't know the exact series off the top of my head, but it's the
Guess what?
MSI GTX, whatever, and it's in a
And the only prescription
computer
is
with
more
a
cowbell.
with a coolant system and everything. but you missed all the good jokes, Johnny. I'll look up in a minute. Thank you for letting me know, Wild Saffron. And thank you, Wilmer Autotech, for the 3 gifted subs. We already had a hype train happen, so, but thank you for that. I am incredibly grateful. But like I said, depending on how my mid-month payments go from Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, I'm just gonna start throwing it into the savings account and and if it hits, I have a shitter get off the shitter get off the pot watermark. If it hits it, I'm like, all right, we're doing a solid upgrade for the studio and the show. For I guess that would a whole new computer from top to bottom would probably push me. Your birthday is on Saturday. Are you going to stream then? Oh, wait a minute. The 2nd is a Saturday? Well, fuck me. I might have to. I might have to do I'll have to do a birthday stream. Then you're right. The 2nd is a Saturday. So our goal is on. Thank you for telling me that because I'm retarded and I didn't check the date. Our goal is on November 4th, everybody. November 4th. Remember the 4th of November because the goal is currently at $40. So then we'll just do a birthday stream, and everything that happens in the birthday stream doesn't count towards the show. Twitch bits, whatever, anything we get, we just don't count it towards the show goal. And we tell everybody, if you're donating to this, it's to the birthday stream. Like, it's to the birthday thing. So we'll hang out. We'll do some game shit. We'll do some news. We'll do maybe a music video or two. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll do some stuff. But I like where your head's at. Saturday. Great. Johnny, what did we learn from South Park? Don't put money into a savings account. And it's gone. And it's gone. Funny you say that, because pretty much that's what's going to happen. I have to account for the money I make. And with taxes and being disabled, I actually have to file my taxes before the quarter's over. So in December, I'm going to see my accountant. I'm going to file this quarter's taxes. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to have to file next quarter's taxes immediately followed by filing this year's taxes to make sure that every quarter's taxes that I filed hit the mark. And I'll either get paid the difference if I overpaid, or I'll pay the difference if I underpaid. Everybody, you're on the dole. You just get free. No, I don't. I actually have more loopholes that I have to fucking jump through, or more hoops that I have to jump through than the regular schmuck because I get my disability money. So you can suck my weenus. Muttering J. I don't know who the ghost of Mr. P is, and he has a statement to make. I don't give a shit. How many DJ gigs this week, Johnny? Says Johnny $8. I mean, technically 6, but not in November. Literally October is the end of the run. I'm not doing that. I'm not driving out there that late at night anymore. I've got other projects I'm working on to do just to make money and do stuff, and then they don't even require me leaving the house. So I'm just like, yeah. Cedar PT. I don't know what Cedar PT is. Oh, you guys are talking about your own things. So yeah, that's what we have going on. Johnny has more loopholes than illegals. Not loopholes, hoops. Birthday drinking stream. No, I don't know I don't know if there'll be any drinking or not. I don't know if we'll do a drinking stream. I'm not going to commit to that. Let's just say if it happens, it's going to be a decision I make leading up to that. I'm not going to make that a selling point or a commitment point. I don't want people paying me to get fucked up. I don't want people planning on showing up to pay me to get fucked up. And I don't want to only make money because I throw my liver and possibly my health into jeopardy. Like, I mean, I don't really need... I don't walk so well. I don't need to get shit-faced. We'll see what happens. There might be some drinking, but I have no idea. All right. Anyways, just have a drink with us to toast your birthday. I might be drinking casually on a birthday stream. That's entirely possible. Like I said, no way to know. I might salute, like, fucking people throwing money at me and stuff on my birthday. But I'm not going to promise to do a drinking stream, like get fucked up and stuff. We're not doing that. I am going to mute the audio for a minute so I can pull up my first hour stories and talk about stuff, because we're almost halfway through the first hour and I haven't actually done a real legitimate show, which is disgusting because we're into the fucking first week of November, the 4th already. So we have to earn this money we've already made today and do, like, an actual show. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Unfortunately, a majority of it is political, and so we're going to do that, but we're going to try and bunker down and fucking just plow through. Yeah, don't tie money to health destroying behavior. I think he means don't tie money to health destroying behavior. I will be drinking during the stream. It's a celebration. Yeah, I don't tell people what to. You could be drinking during this stream. You could be, apparently by some people's admission in the Rumble chat, they're doing untoward things like you wouldn't believe during my stream. And I have no idea why. I'm going to be honest. It's a little fucking frightening. Anyways, well, no matter what, unless it's completely busted, I guarantee the birthday stream will include Humpty. The creaky noise thing is really starting to bother me. I'm going to see if there's something I can do to fix that. Otherwise, it just sounds like it's bolts that are stressing to the point where they're going to break. We've been there before. And just, I don't know if I want to do it. It kills the fuck out of me to roll that thing in there. And I'm terrified of rolling it in right before the show and hearing going, and then hearing a snap and then be like, oh, fuck. And now I got to roll it back out. Or getting it set up, doing the show in midway, just like, oh, fuck. So, yeah. Landers, I was just heartbroken today to discover. Well, have that one filed under didn't know, but not surprised. Didn't know, not surprised. Audio's back on Twitch for everyone over there. Just have Humpty next to you as a co-host. Right, Saint Caesar. Have an empty egg chair that looks because it's been, fixed and repaired and upgraded by me. So, yeah, just have a fixer-upper piece of shit sitting in the background as a co-host. And know that it will never, ever, at any point, add to the conversation. Oh. I've been known to toe the line myself. I use swear words during your stream once, says Mr. Blue Sky. Like, personally, like out loud or just in the texts? Like, that's fine. That's fine. So we're going to read this story as our first one. I'm going to move through it pretty quick because it's not like anyone's going to be super excited or surprised. This is, again, one of those filed under, you didn't see this one coming at all. University of Michigan graduates from China criminally charged for taking photos of military bases. What do you mean you don't trust Tim Walz because he kept going to China and he spent so much time in China and he thinks so highly of China? Oh, I mean, I don't trust him and I think he's a freaking double agent. Why? Because they apparently will send kids to go to school here to learn, even though our education system is inferior to theirs. So they're willfully dumbing down people and exposing them to American culture, which could potentially turn them. Obviously, it didn't. And then they took pictures of the military bases. Although I suppose when you see what we've allowed TikTok to do to us, you're probably pretty much locked in. The CCP owns huge swaths of land near most military bases in America, just saying. Digger420, you're not wrong, and that is one of the most fucked up things that anyone can say. And that's also kind of funny, because the only person talking out about it or having a problem with that is that fucking Democrat guy. Fuck, I can't remember his name. He's the one who had a stroke, and I can't remember his name. Anyways, Johnny thinks world politics are real. Adorable. I don't think they're real. I think I'm doing a show, and I'm having fun. And as for world politics, we're talking about subjects and topics. It's okay, Brock, if you're not in it. I get it. It's going to be politic heavy for the first hour because it's got politic stuff. So you do you. Mr. Blue Sky saying CCP equals chimpanzee cerebral palsy. That sounds like a horrible disease. Just a bunch of monkeys falling out of the trees with like Michael J. Fox syndrome. Horrible, horrible. Bill Gates owns more agricultural land in North America than any other person on Earth. Right. And we can trust Bill. Who is it? There's someone else that's super worried about Elon Musk, and I'm like, if you're worried about Elon Musk taking control of the country or the world through the government, then I got bad news for you. He's already pulling that shit off with things they're doing. With the money they have, they can do too much shit. All right. Who's the asshole who just gifted me a sub to this dog shit show? Jolly Green Dickhead, I don't know, but I won't rest until we find out. No, I mean global conflicts are fake. That's all. Oh, yeah, I don't know how much I subscribe to that. I feel like the Israel, Iran, Gaza stuff, not so fake. I could buy the Russia, Ukraine, America stuff. I could buy that as fake. Totally. But I don't know about... What do I know? I know I don't know. Okay. Thanks, Labby. Yeah, it was Lab Glass. I wasn't going to out him. I wasn't serious when I said I'd get to the bottom of it. I could just scroll down and look, but hey, I'm a cock. Digger421, thanks for the gifted sub. Cheers, buddy. You rock. Yes, thanks for the gifted sub. Love the increased viewers on all these channels. This is awesome. I wish I could read some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Rumble chat. But anyways, we've got our first hour story stuff loaded up. We've got this story going. People aren't too surprised about this, so we'll just give you the beef, give you the meat and cut out the fat. The FBI noted in the Tuesday court filing that there have been instances of college students from China taking photos of vital defense sites in the United States. The 5 who were University of Michigan students at the time were not charged for what happened at Camp Grayling on August 2023, the AP reported. Rather, they are accused of misleading investigators about the trip and conspiring to clear their phones of photos, according to a criminal complaint filed in federal court. The defendants are not in custody, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. Should they come into contact with U.S. authorities, they will be arrested and face these charges. Oh, so we're letting them go then. We're just going to let them go. My friends, the 5 photo taking Chinese. They aren't allowed to drive because they can't see. My friends, the 5 photo taking Chinese. It's a little... there's 5 dancing Chinese. We can just call it that. Alrighty then. What? Smoke out prods. Now I have figured out how to... Oh, Jesus. Do you have more than one screen, Digger? Because if you don't have more than one screen, it's a pain in the ass. Hobo chili recipe. Where's the beef? Stop squinting, maybe. King Kong Dong. Wow, are watching everything we do, everything we type. Old Patriot Act. Hey, government, Johnny is running a... Oh, my God. I'm not going to let that monkey milk farm rumors go. I am wiping the chat for that. How could you put such slanderous material in here if you believe this chat is being monitored? Have we not discussed the damage of such slanderous accusations? It's horrible. Wait a minute. What? Oh, yeah, the water rights thing, and oof, yeah. Smoke out prods. We left because opium. We left because fentanyl took over. Opium was roughly 33% the price. It wasn't worth it anymore. Yeah, you get way more return for way less. You get more bang for less buck with opium. Plus, China can fabricate and manufacture that and ship it into the U.S. way easier than. All right. If the UK government was watching this chat, I would be in jail right now. Our prime minister is a cunt. Yeah, I don't think look, government watching aside, even with like AI analytics, I don't think anyone's watching my chat. This case shows once again that the CCP espionage can happen anywhere in America, and we must be vigilant. The CCP obviously has an interest in Camp Grayling, and this is further evidence it would be a mistake for Michigan leaders to allow Goshen to build in our state. State funding for Goshen's plan to bring Chinese nationals to Mecosta County is an open invitation for further spying on Camp Grayling. Yeah, they're not going to turn themselves in. So I'm guessing they're going to disappear. I hate that. I hate that shit. Like, we need to seriously stop with the allowing foreign governments to own property in this country. Like, just outright. Like, they have to be declared as, like, foreign soil. If it's a foreign investor or the investor is for any sort of, like, no. We got to have some serious, wait a minute, whoa, what? Homes, farmland, honestly, strategically located shit that's not cool. Like, I mean, all right, I'm going to just wipe that one just in case. In case anyone is monitoring the chat. All right. Ukraine can also fabricate fentanyl as smoke up prods. Maybe. Me no photogenic. How is being an entrepreneur slanderous? Be proud you have been able to fill a niche market. Again, I'm not an entrepreneur, and it's slanderous to say I'm running a business I'm not running. Damn kink in my armor. All right, I have no idea what your kink is. I don't want to find out about your kink. All right, so this story oh yeah. Okay. We're going to watch on X. Again, tell me that Kamala Harris is the president we need because Donald Trump is so bad. Tell me Kamala Harris is in no way just a fucking, like, not even, like, George Bush, you could argue, was a puppet or not. There's room to talk about that. Oh my God, we didn't do any cowbells. I'm an asshole and didn't do any cowbells, and I just realized that. So we're going to get some cowbells out really quick. This is for Landers and Wilmer Autotech. Wilmer Autotech, I think, did like 3 or 5 subs. No, 3 subs. Wilmer Autotech with 3 subs. Not Landers. Lab Glass with 5 subs. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Cowbell coming in. Heyo. Not gonna. No, don't say it. You will make it worse. Shut up. All right. Anyways, Kamala Harris is more of a puppet than Nikki Haley was. Remember her, right? Well, again, if you don't believe those things, and I know I'm not talking to anyone in this audience, I'm just saying, if you don't believe those things, if you don't think that's a thing, I need to find a way to make that hardline top out on, like, on my mixer. I want to be able to have my audio in a good spot and have it ping at a level and as high as it goes. Anyways, Friday, John. Hey, Mikey. Good to see you. So as I was saying, for anyone whoever Johnny 8 books, it's because he took one foray into green screen territory and didn't like what he had and wanted to go back to what he has now. He likes his set, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. This one isn't better. That's always just a matter of opinion. I mean, is this better? Is this better? Hold on, let's do this one. Where is it? There we are. I gotta put this on the thing. There we go. Let's do that one. Actually, why is my camera? I gotta start. There we go. We gotta pitch down a little bit. My camera was up a little too high. No, actually, if you've ever been there, it's remarkably clean. It's the stuff scattered about in the background. Give you that idea, I guess.
A whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
I'm not going to miss this one. I'm going to get it on time. Thank you. 26 months. Subscribe with Prime. I am so honored, Skeezy Whitefish. Thank you so much. Cowbell coming in. Hey. Damn, Hurricane Milton did a number on that for us. No, it didn't. I ain't in Hurricane Milton territory. I like to pretend this is somewhere in like in like Hawaii land. Hawaii? Fuck you. So glad we didn't do a level 3 hype train, you dumb cunt. All right, anyways. So yes, the thing I was talking about earlier. So everybody, again, Kamala Harris is the candidate we need, the candidate they wanted, and no way a last-minute addition. Here's the #1 bestseller on Amazon, apparently. It's the Kamala Harris Achievements book by Jason Dudish. What? This has got to be a joke. This has got to be a joke. This has got to be. There's more than one. It's got to be a joke. It's got to be a joke. I better not be able to go look up on Amazon Prime that Kamala Harris. It's got to be a lie. That's got to be a fabricated video. Like they said blank pages. I assume they meant they like had a bunch of them. Kamala Harris book. The Achievements of Kamala Harris, a blank page book, has gone viral. Yeah, dude, that's what everyone say. It's a blank page book. Everybody is saying it's... All right. The truths we hold. I don't care about that. I care about the achievements book. Is this a real book? Let's go shopping. Oh my God, it's a real book. The achievements. Click an image to open the expanded view. We just have the front and the back. Oh my God. Due to lefty lawyers, we must note this book is mostly empty. Lefty lawyers? Lefty lawyers? Oh, it's a bestseller in political humor. Oh, so it's fake. Okay, it's fake. I'm guessing this wasn't an authorized book. Okay. So it's fake. I got had. Everybody got had. Dude, it's political humor. It's not meant to be... It's not... Digger 420. Mostly empty. Is that like mostly harmless? This has been done in the past. It's just more common now because you can publish through Amazon. Oh, that's interesting. It's just a picture. Oh, no. No. I don't want those. Hobo chili recipe. Her title of her new book is Dip Your Stick into Buttered Chicken, the Kamala Harris Secret to Success. Pretty sure they had one of George W. Bush's most intelligent quotes. Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, this story got circulated to me like it was an actual book that was legit, like, about hair. Like, it's a joke. And, I mean, it might be accurate, but it's a joke, and it's just funny. I didn't realize it's number 1 on the bestsellers list. It's an absolute troll of a book. Oh my God. Let's read some of the quotes from the people who reviewed it. Reviewed in the United States, as an avid reader for over 65 years, I've read almost 100,000 print books and listened to over 4,000 plus audiobooks. This book is my favorite, top 10 nonfiction books in the political genre. So accurate and compelling that I couldn't put it down. A great cover-to-cover read. This one will be added to my collection of classic coffee table books. I would highly recommend it. Oh my God. What else do we have? I love this book. It's very informative. It shows how much she has done. Truly amazing. Once I picked it up, I just had to finish it in one sitting. Well, fortunately, that won't take you very long. Okay. And incredible book. I picked this up to learn more about her. It was so enthralling, I had to read it in one sitting. It blew me away. Most accurate book I have read. Right? That's going to piss people off. Okay, we're getting the one sitting joke. I feel like, guys, when you submit, because the one sitting thing, I picked it up and I had to finish it in one sitting. Like, you look at the chats before that. That one, that was on the 7th. Your one sitting joke was on the 9th. Check the fucking, like, I know you've got your joke, like, oh, this is funny. Like, make sure nobody else did it first, man. It just sounds sad. Saw my friend's book. Can't wait to get mine. Great coffee table book. Very accurate and more than I gave her credit for. Oh, boy. The pages fly by on this factual and fascinating recount of this amazing political career. Oh, Jesus. It's number 1. It's an Amazon bestseller, number 1. It's the best thing ever. Christmas gift for Aaron. No, that's lame, St. Caesar, but thanks. Something he can read easy. I don't think Aaron has trouble reading. I'm the one who has trouble reading. That joke would be funnier the other way around. If Aaron bought me that book because it's $8.99 and it's cheap and he could do it easily, and then went, hey, I got you a Christmas gift. Bam, here you go. And I'd be like, I hate Kamala Harris and I hate Tim Walz. Why is this book, or a birthday gift? It'd be a better birthday gift because it'd be before the election. And he'd be like, hey, well, you know, you do a lot of political stuff on your show and I know you have trouble reading. This will be easier. That joke would work better. See what I'm saying? Hobo chili recipe. I'm buying Aaron a cookbook for Christmas. Meals for the part-time dad. Why? Why? One, from what I understand, the man's culinary skills are, at the very least, sufficient. So I don't know why we need to do that. So I don't know why we need to do that. Don't know why we need to do that. Just hurtful. That's an alpha move. I shit with the door open. Wow. Keep going down. I can't shit with the door open. I don't want to kill my family. A journal with a fake cover. I mean, you could make it on Etsy. LMAO, brilliant burn. Yeah, it's a great burn. If you're already fighting, do you wait until she's in the shower to go drop a deuce? I mean, that's a nice try. Thank you for the 100 bits. I threw ice water on her one time. Oh, that's a dick move. Oh, god damn. I'm reading what these people are doing to their significant others. I thought you loved them. Johnny, I'm in truck. I wrote. What? Sam show? No. Dutch oven is the greatest thing since. Good God. I will say this. I was working at the club. What was it? I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And I got a text message from Ivy's mother. And she texted, your daughter. And you know it's good when it starts with your daughter. Because if she's giving me sole credit for the kid, then I know whatever she did is about to be either really, really bad or really, really funny. And either way, it's pissed her off. So this is going to get interesting. And she goes, your daughter just pulled the covers over my face and farted. And I just replied back with smiley face emojis and roll laughing emojis. And I'm like, that's my girl. What was it? She was 2 or 3. She was 2 or 3. And I'm like, like 2 years old and a Dutch oven prodigy. Dutch oven expert. That's got to be some sort of like prodigy thing, man. She's going to be one of the best men in her field for that. But at any rate, yeah. So my daughter apparently gassed her mom. My daughter gassed her mom hard. I'd like to picture that she did it with her above the covers too, because that could be something I could see. I could see my daughter and her mother like on the bed, and they're like cuddling and playing and tickling and rolling around, and she's like tickling her tummy, and she's like blah, 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 and Ivy just goes, oh yeah, bitch, well, bam, and then just fucking smothered her. Saint Caesar, no, there isn't. There is not an audio version with either of those. Though I'm sure someone could make an AI of that. Though I'm sure they would ultimately get arrested because I'm sure if you used that to do, they got pissed when they just let you know that W's face was there technically. I mean, pick it out of the lineup, but yeah. They got pissed at that. So I guarantee you can't pull that off. Any rate, so accurate, no fact check needed. So yes, #1 bestseller on Amazon is a spoof book about Kamala Harris, and that is Harris-larious. I had to think about it twice before I said it, just because I was like, Harris-larious is going to be my new thing. She is Harris-larious, by which I mean tragically funny for all the wrong reasons. Harris-larious. Please don't. I've got 2.5 hours left. Can you sate yourself after the show? Fucking cat. A chip off the old block, eh? Don't give anybody any ideas, Johnny, says Sam Show. Well, you can't do it. You can't do it. King Gong Gong. She's still with me after 11 years. You had your chances to run. I like that. Jolly Green Dickhead. I heard Johnny K told her mom. I heard Ivy told her mom. Johnny K sends his regards. Mr. Q, you go, Alcat. No, don't go. Stop going. Go on a vacation when it comes to humping a dog. I deprive you, but someone in this house ought to get laid. I know it ain't me. All right, so we haven't finished our first hour stories yet, but we finished the first hour. This is an ongoing problem that I keep developing. It's like ED. But overperformance? Because it's not erectile dysfunction. It'd be like erectile overfunction. Because it's not that I'm not getting the stories done. It's that I'm going hard into all of them, and they take too long. So harder, Al, harder, almost there. Nope, don't encourage the cat. He just came by and hopefully gave me the, hey, I'm sorry, I'll wait, kind of, and went off. So hopefully we're good. I can't wait to play this video clip. I have no idea how long it is, but we're getting to the point where the election's running down to the wire. Things aren't looking as good for Kamala. And so guess what? They haven't sunk low enough to grab Clinton. If they grab Clinton, you know they've reached nuclear mass. We're trying anything that'll stick to the wall to boost those votes. If they get Bill Clinton, not Hillary. Not Hillary. Hillary can F off with a chocolate stick. What do you mean by that? I mean a fudgesicle. Anyhow, so really, Al? Right now? You know I'm doing a show, right? Why don't you just come up here? Let me get my leg up. Ha, I gotta get a leg up. Come here. Oh, come on. Jump in my lap. Come here. Ah, damn it, cat. Get in my arms, reach. Oh, man, we got you. Hey, everybody, it's the cat. Now, no humping up here or after, okay? Just for the next 2.5 hours. If you can keep your animalistic urges in your furry pants for 2.5 hours, I will be so grateful. All right. Good Lord, I thought that was a child. No, it's this cat. And he's off. Alrighty, so Hillary's gonna bring out the super predator vote. I don't know about that. Yeah, fuck that guy. I don't want his shit. Right. That wasn't even 5 minutes. That wasn't even 5 minutes. You could have sat up here if you wanted attention. I'm trying to do a show, homie. I can't do it all. You had to have it all. All right, fuck you. Let's do this video. I'm getting behind. Giggity. Oh, there's an ad. This October, there will be a thing where you're not supposed to close your eyes because it's, I don't know, horror movies. Yeah, just
before. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago.
Who has not stopped whining about his problems. He's a billionaire who you've been financially milking through the legal system over and over and over again, solely to depreciate his war chest. So again, whining about his problems. He's been whining about the country's problems. The only problem he's been whining about is you continually bringing him into court, which, I gotta be honest, if you were anybody, probably would bother you. I mean, granted, you've never understood what going to court is like, especially as a black man. You got to be president and flaunt that you smoked weed in college, whereas a lot of people who smoked weed in college when they were your age had their entire lives altered because of nonviolent drug offenses. But don't do anything about that, you fucking trade. That would be actionable. Asshole. You asshole.
You've got the tweets in all caps, the ranting and the raving about crazy conspiracy theories. You got the 2-hour speeches, word salad. Just
wait a minute. I thought we were talking about Trump. Now 2-hour speeches of word salad. Dude, 2-hour speeches and you've got some word salad. Okay, let's talk about that. Kamala Harris has 30-second clips that are nothing but word salad. Did you think about this? Don't bring up the word salad when your fucking candidate is, god damn it, the word salad mascot. If you look in the dictionary under word salad right now, there's a picture of Kamala Harris. Jesus Christ. Here you are, Obama, seething and coping. Oh, damn it. King Kong Dong, dude. Jokes are jokes, but again, I've been very clear about things I want on the screen.
You know, it's like Fidel Castro. Just on and on. Constant attempts to sell you stuff. Who does that? Selling you.
Thank you for this question, and I am going to answer it. Bird number 1. I have to do 2 of them. Toastmaster saying, why do you defend Trump if you, quote, don't like him? Because I hate Kamala more in terms of being a political figure. I think Kamala is a puppet and therefore very, very dangerous to have in charge. I don't think Trump is going to save us, but I don't think he's going to steer us further into the wall. Speaking of walls, see what I did there? Tim Walz, the more I learn about him, the more I think he is a Chinese insurgent at this point. That guy took the first chance he could get to act like a dictator, and he did. And it was only for the sake of our government that he didn't lose, or that he didn't get to keep being a dictator. So yeah, I am our state government. So yeah,
Cheer 500 toke up, buddy.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do another burn. So now I have 2 burns to do. Thank you for the 500 bits. Let's tap this out and do a fresh one. I don't want to do that. So again, let's keep going. I could see Johnny's weed smoke was thick. My weed smoke ain't thick. This is bullshit. Well, the density of your weed smoke is a couple of factors. One, the piece you're using. See? I don't have trouble getting it up. I have trouble keeping it down. All right, so yes, had secret meetings with Fidel Castro trying to open up Cuba to the United States. We are corporations, I guessing where our corporations could move in. Yeah, dude. Wild Savern Walls is just the Midwest version of John McCain. All hail John McCain's tumor. I don't believe he's the Midwestern version of John McCain. I think he's more dangerous than that. John McCain was your old classic war hawk who was in the military but just didn't see a war he didn't like throwing people at. And so... And he was also a petty bitch because he fucked over... I forget who just to make a point. Oh, he fucked over Donald Trump with repealing Obamacare and other stuff just to fucking be a dick. At least he's toning down the rhetoric, says SC Motorsports. Did you see Wall's wife doing the weird football chant? I don't know. I had a thing about Wall's wife somewhere about something. Let's do the 500 bits toke up for Sloppy's band. Thank you for that. All of that support helps push our goal forward, which is on November 4th. And I'm going to put this in the notes, and I'm saying it again to remind myself and letting all you guys know. We're going to do a special stream on November 2nd, which is a Saturday. That's my birthday. We're doing a special birthday edition show. Probably going to go, I don't know, we'll say regular time slot. even though it's a Saturday. We'll say we'll do like a 2 to 5:30 kind of thing. And other than that, we'll leave it open-ended. Johnny, do you use your legs when you drive, or is it all hands? Sam V, it's legs and hands. I have to, like, it's complicated. I'm being sarcastic, at least. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's let this guy again. Your candidate is the one who does word salad like on command. If you're saying out of 2 hours you can pick him doing word salad, and yes, he's always super duper exaggerated as shit. But can we talk about the policies differences?
Gold sneakers and $100,000 watch
And let's ask why he started doing all of those things after you guys changed laws to suck money out of him through the E. Jean Carroll ruling, after you repeatedly went after him with continual court filings and rulings, after the government decided to punish him for loans, where even the banks he got the loans with said, this isn't a crime and there's no there, and you still found him guilty. Yeah, he started hawking shit, but you can tie those. That's the part that bothers me. You can say Donald Trump's a piece of shit. This is people like, why do you defend Donald Trump? Because you can easily call him a piece of shit. He does plenty to do that, but then they lie on top of it. They're calling Donald Trump a piece of shit. Fair. But they're calling him a piece of shit who's like a carpet-bagging salesman hawking gold sneakers and expensive watches. And it's like, yes, he's doing that to make up the money you guys keep taking from him. Toastmaster, because he's a grifter and will take any opportunity. Yes, that does seem like what... No, Barack Obama is not a grifter. Don't... Oh, you meant Donald Trump. He's not even taking an opportunity. Like, he's trying to offset a loss. Like, he's not releasing these sneakers because gold sneakers are the thing. He's trying to offset a loss. I mean, I guess I could say that's taking an opportunity. He has a lot of attention on him, and a lot of people feel for him. So, you know, either way, yeah. People forget politicians normally don't get rich. Obama did. All the Dems want to replicate it. Smoke out prods. What are you smoking? Politicians don't normally get rich. I give you Nancy Pelosi. I give you Lyndon B. Johnson. I give you Dick Cheney. I give you pretty much the Clintons. Mitch McConnell. Fuck it. The Senate. Let's just be honest here. Barack Obama is just running for office again, and he's using Kamala to do it. Right? Smoke Out Prods, Dick Cheney was already rich. Clintons are an example. Pelosi is an example. Yeah, Dick Cheney was already rich, but he enriched himself even more through no-bid contracts, which, in my opinion, make him an asshole, the closest living thing to Satan, and I personally view that is a betrayal of the country, because, again, you took jobs that we did in the military, that we paid people in the military to do, cooking, food service, construction, all of that, and you sold them out to yourself with nobody else being able to bid to do your services cheaper. Like, you just get to say, no, I'll do this for you, and I'll charge you this much. And we just wrote you a blank check. That's, again, I don't care where you started. You made a fuck ton of money while you were in there. And yeah, he was rich. He was already rich before he got into politics or before he got into the VP spot. Don't forget, he was in politics for a while, too.
and most recently a Trump Bible.
All right. Now, before he says anything about this, even I'll admit, the Trump Bible thing was a bit rich. Even I'm like, dude, you've had like 2 or 3 divorces? I get the whole people think, oh, he's anointed by God with the bullet thing. But dude, really, the Bible? Even I'll say the Bible was a bit rich. But again, this is the part that actually kind of emphasizes my point. Tall, dark, and not really president. You guys pushed him to the point where he will sell watches, shoes, even a fucking Bible if it helps him offset the cost of running his election, because besides just running his election and filling those coffers with people's donations, he has the rulings against him for millions and billions of dollars for the E. Jean Carroll thing, for the indictment thing that you guys threw at him. And again, they wanted him for the bank loan thing. So again, you guys are milking him pretty hard. I'm not saying he can't pay that and keep going. I'm saying he's trying to not pay it. I can't fault him for that. The Trump Bible was sticky with the sticky pages. Hey, I'll say this about the Trump Bible, though. At least every page has print on it. Kamala Harris's #1 selling book doesn't.
He wants you to buy the Word of God, Donald Trump edition. Got his name right there next to Matthew and Luke. I mean,
Whereas I only want you to buy the Quran, or not buy the Quran. I apologize. I have one at home. Whereas I've only sold you a smile while I fucked you over in the ass in terms of your personal rights, and I've murdered a few of you abroad.
you could not make this stuff up.
Yeah, but you're not going to include the part where, again, you guys literally pushed him into a financial corner to do that. I'm getting bored with this. So this election is going to be tight. He's saying black people can't sit this one out. I don't know if you know this, buddy, and I don't know where you say it in there.
You saw it on Saturday Night Live, you'd say. And the reason he does it,
All right, we're skipping this shit.
Donald Trump sees power as nothing. Him and his.
Oh, wait,
country
go
club
back.
buddies. He wants the. Donald Trump sees power as nothing more than a means to an end.
Are you fucking kidding me? The guy who's probably been puppeting this administration from the background, the guy who will definitely be involved in puppeting Kamala Harris from the background, the guy who used his power to enrich himself and other people, not the country. The country did okay. Expanded wars, expanded the Patriot Act, expanded the powers of a president. You're talking about sees power as nothing more than a means to an end? The president who you framed for January 6th, and still he gave up power without even a smidge of a fight. He questioned the election, which, as far as I can remember, is something that's happened plenty of times before, but we called him a national threat for it. And I've been told once again the same boogeyman stories I heard in 2016. He'll lock up the media that he doesn't like. He'll lock up the gays, and he'll lock up these people and those people that he doesn't like. And guess what didn't happen last time? Even though there was a Republican majority. South Park even did their bit about how Donald Trump had the Republicans cucked out and just whipped, and he was pretty much pegging them in the ass. And yet he didn't lock anybody up. You know who did? The Harris administration did. Well, Biden-Harris, but it's the same thing. The administration you want to keep in, they're the ones who locked people up. They're the ones who locked people in their homes. They're the ones who kept power and wouldn't let people out. I'm so sick of the blatant... Like, you want to talk about Donald Trump blatantly lying. It sucks when you've done it so much that a pothead can use his fucked up memory to remember the shit you and your friends have done and go, well, if we rewind the clock just a touch... Very funny that's an issue now.
He wants the middle class.
He tricked his followers into doing it for him.
Another huge tax cut.
Right. He tricked his followers into doing it for him, Toastmaster. His followers being 200 unknown, unnamed, unidentified FBI agents that were undercover that day. And one very well-known, very well-named, very obvious FBI stooge named Ray Epps that instigated everything. So, I mean, by Ray Epps' own admission, he started it. He even said, I started it. And then out of everyone, people got arrested after the fact because they changed their political allegiances by the FBI. Journalists got arrested after the fact for changing their political allegiances. It's okay when you reported for NBC, but now that you're working for the Blaze, we got to investigate you for this. They got arrested. They got prosecuted, or at the very least tried, or had to earn their innocence or prove their innocence. But you know who got time off or leniency and all, and like house arrest and everything else because he de-escalated? The guy with all the footage going, "We gotta go into the Capitol. Come on, we're going into the Capitol." When the audience chants and yells "Fed." The night before, people were yelling in the crowd, Donald Trump said not to go into the Capitol. Don't go into the Capitol. And they were calling him a Fed. Again, tell me that he got his stooges to do it for him. You're hard up to hate that person. And I'm not saying Donald Trump is good. I'm saying the people he's running against are worse. Point and fact, by what they've done. They've arrested the January 6th people, and the Democrats are already talking about wanting to get rid of the Supreme Court and arrest people for misinformation. They're calling people who put misinformation on the internet more dangerous than January 6th. And guess what that means? Oh, we can start locking you up for misinformation. Hello, the People's Communist Republic of China. Or Communist Chinese, whatever. CCP? Wow, fucking. Point is, I've been struck here for misinformation. I talk out my ass, sometimes highly inaccurately, and what sounds like they want to do on that side is worse. Trey and Matt said they're not covering this election. I kind of agree. It's not entertaining. Right. I don't think it's entertaining either. I think they kind of nailed what we have this time as what we have last time. It's between a douche and a shit sandwich. But the shit sandwich proved that the last time he was in charge for 4 years, he didn't want to get into any new wars. Sure, he enriched himself, but that's like, again, fucking toe the line. What do you think the Biden administration has been doing? You're telling me that we've been throwing this billions upon billions upon billions, maybe even trillions of dollars at Ukraine, and fucking Zelensky and Biden aren't taking a slice? Yeah, go fuck yourself. Satire seems obsolete these days. Enough people have become dumb enough to become living examples of it. Thank you, Autistic Red. Welcome to Canada, Johnny.
Mostly help him
Blame
and
Canada.
his country club buddies. Doesn't care if he costs more women their reproductive freedoms because...
Again, because that's not on the ballot. Whereas I don't care if I cost you guys your civil rights so long as me and my dark water cronies continue to make money. And I'll bail out corporations and banks. So again, me and my dark water cronies can continue to make money. But don't worry. Donald Trump made money for him and his... What was it? Golf buddies? Investment buddies? Right. All right.
It won't make a difference in his life.
Yeah, and like you made a difference in any of ours. You kept things going. And in fact, we could discuss the ways you've made it worse. You get to keep your doctor.
Do not boo.
It's a good thing for everybody. Do not boo. I have spent the past 2 minutes belittling this man, mocking him, making jokes. Do not boo. Do not worry, because the CIA and the FBI are going to take another shot at him. Experience Regina. That's right. An actual city in Canada, Regina. As everybody knows, Regina rhymes with fun.
Vote.
They already were.
They can't hear your boo.
They already did. Hell, in some of your districts, they voted more than once.
But they can hear your votes.
They're calling him a boo. No, Spy Pigeon. They're booing Donald Trump.
Most of all, Donald Trump wants us to think that this country is hopelessly divided between us and them, between the quote-unquote real Americans who support him and the outsiders who don't. Because having people divided and angry, he figures boosts his chances of being elected. And he doesn't care who gets hurt.
Where was the can't sit out this election quote? And he doesn't care who gets hurt. Right. He's the one trying to divide us.
Sunfall favorites are here.
It's not the rhetoric that you've been spewing at this man of how much of a threat he is that has gotten him shot at, or almost shot at, twice now. I'm tired of hearing how Donald Trump's the threat, Donald Trump's dividing us, but you guys are the ones running the rhetoric that he is a danger to democracy. He's not going out there saying Kamala Harris is going to take over your country and Tim Walz is going to be a vicious dictator. I'm the one saying that because those are my beliefs. It's my opinion and my belief that those are things that we can't risk. As Tim Walz very accurately said, and in my opinion, the most true thing about their campaign, we can't afford 4 more years of this. So we can't have Walz-Harris. It's the only reason I want Donald Trump to win, because we can't have Walz-Harris. You know what? Things might be a little better with Trump. I hope we won't throw money at Ukraine with Trump. I know we'll still throw money at Israel with Trump. I hope we won't fucking piss around with this border shit with Trump. I hope we'll make a border bill that focuses on the fucking border with Donald Trump. But yeah, Walz proved himself a dictator, right? That's both sides running up the stupid rhetoric. Both sides running up the stupid rhetoric, but Donald Trump's rhetoric hasn't. Nobody's attacked anybody on the left. Nobody on the left has been attacked by anybody but people on the left. So again, yeah, both sides are running up rhetoric, but he's not saying they're a threat to democracy. He's saying that their plans won't work. He's saying that they'll sell out your country. And I don't know what you call Ukraine, but again, it's not, I don't know why this argument is so hard to understand, and I haven't heard the counter to it. It's not that I think he's good. It's that I'm pointing out where they're worse. And that's all I want. I want to show me where he's worse and they're better. I don't have that. But says to black men, it's not acceptable to sit out in this election. Yeah, you know what you didn't put in there, CNN? The actual video quote part where he says it's not acceptable to sit out this election. Again, it's not that black people are sitting out this election. They're getting in it. You don't like how they're not voting for you this time. So you've gone so far as to get the only person that black people call the black president. Because they don't view Harris that way. We're going to skip the economy thing. We're going to go to this little video up in our ongoing coverage of the NC national disaster that we're going through. And again, more proof of what a super honest and great president Kamala Harris will be. Donald Trump went to North Carolina and stood in front of a bunch of stuff. I don't know if he helped buy or helped organize, but he was standing in front of a bunch of supplies, and they were like, "Oh, are you worried about the voter?" He's like, "I'm worried about lives, and that's what we're worried about. That's what we're looking into down here." Right. Well, so Kamala Harris decided it was time to do that, so she did a big photo op. And while I can't say anything in particular about Trump's photo op, I don't know if those supplies went out or not. We are getting reports from sources, and we're going to show you one, where apparently the NC National Guard allegedly loaded an entire C-17 with supplies just so Kamala Harris could stage a photo op for Hurricane Helene without the intention of the supplies being used. The accusation came from aerial recovery members Jonathan Howard and Charlie Keebaugh on @SeanRyan762's show. I had a squadron commander from North Carolina reach out to me. They had a C-17 full of supplies just to take a photo op for Kamala. They never sent the bird. They did a photo op with the intention of never sending aid, It was just a photo op. Aerial Recovery is a nonprofit organization focused on disaster response for humanitarian aid, which has been active in North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. So this isn't really a right-leaning organization. This is literally, again, a charity organization that in times of not political strife or economic evil aim, we'd normally be going, hey, these guys are working hand in hand with the government. Johnny, I yield better when Republican is in my wallet isn't as tight-roped. I feel better when a Republican is in my wallet isn't as tight-roped. Punctuation, period, comma, whatever. Just let me know when I need to break in your text. It's super helpful, and I appreciate it. Thanks. But yes, Toastmaster. Now, he said there will never be another election if he loses. He said it would be a rigged election if he lost last time. As for there never being another election if he loses, there are so many people, myself included, who don't believe our elections are legit. I mean, I certainly don't hope that'll be a thing. I'll tell you this, if he wants to be a dictator, I'll be the first person telling you no. But the people next to us are the ones who, again, if the Republican state Senate didn't get their hands on old Governor Walls's purse strings, we might still be under Supreme Governor Walls's unlimited powers that he just has to renew every month for no fucking reason other than the fact that he decides he wants to, and that he wants to be able to shut the state down on a moment's notice to flatten the curve to save lives while I shift dead people into the. So again. Digger saying something I also believe. I highly doubt your elections have been safe for decades. They're just perfecting their technique. The party that cheats the best wins, says Dear Butch. I'll agree to that too. Either way, I don't want these people in charge because of how they'll behave, which is why I support someone else being in charge. So again, it doesn't matter what he says or how he behaves. I don't want what those people will do for sure. And again, for Donald Trump, he has to have the backing of the military. Like, I don't know if you know this. Donald Trump we have to let him take control, because if the military fights him, if the government fights him, if everybody fights him, he's just an old man. And we can push him out of the building, no matter how much money he has. Anyways, the Deadpool bus scene, greatest 3 minutes in film history, hands down. I disagree. I feel like the Deadpool bus scene is entirely tearaway. The only thing that redeems it is the ending. The only thing that redeems it is the ending of the bus scene. That fight scene at the end is just really quick fan service. Because the really good fan service was way off in the beginning. And they're like, but we can't build up to that. We got to get that out of the way early on. And so this had to be fun. Well, Saffron, Trump achieved wealth. He wants to have a legacy to the country in recognition of that. Vanity, yes, but also patriotic, says Wild Saffron. Yeah, I will say it's inadvertently patriotic, and I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, Trump wants to do, like, for Trump, making the country do well makes him look good, especially right now. Hold on a second. I have to. Anyways, Americans don't buy into that. Learn how to cheat better. They win, we all lose. It was shot in one take. How is it not the best? What? The van scene is my favorite, and it took 1 year to create. Dude, it was shot in one take. It took over a year to create. Somebody's been watching the behind-the-scenes featurettes. The reason why it's not the best, it's just a really quick fast-paced murder scene. It's just that whole fight scene gets for me after we. All right, I'm gonna give spoiler alert. Anyone who doesn't want spoilers of Deadpool 3, after we see what happens to Nice Pool, we'll even kind of leave it. After what happens to Nice Pool gets done, and we find out why everything that happened to Nice Pool happened to Nice Pool, and it was kind of foreshadowed way early in the beginning of the movie. Which, if you didn't catch that, like the first time I watched it, and when he said when he said that, I was like, oh, now I know what's gonna happen to him. The fan service was Wolverine in the cartoon costume. Dude, Saint Caesar, the fan service, and they even acknowledge it in the film. The fan service part was the part he's like, all right, let's do this. And he looks right at the camera and he goes, get your special sock out, nerds. It's going to get good. Like, that's the fan service part. That whole interaction, that's fan service. Pretty much everything that happens leading up to that, really. The whole movie, just honestly. I don't know, whatever. Fuck it. I can't talk about that movie. We have 2 hours left in the program, and we've got to talk about how apparently Kamala Harris staged an entire fucking stunt.
And then also from that video, I started getting a lot of messages, like to my Instagram, from like actual like aircraft commanders, like squadron commanders.
No kidding.
I had a squadron commander from North Carolina reach out to me.
Dude, is this the same motherfucker that I was talking to before that had the hat going, look, I don't need guys with trucks. I don't need chainsaws. I don't need manpower. He's like, I need birds. I need helicopters. I need to get my people in the air, getting into the mountains, rescuing these people who've got nothing but an SOS sign and rocks or maybe a road flare. And we need to get to inaccessible areas. And like, we need helicopters. I think this is the same dude.
They had to load a C-17 full of supplies just to take a photo op for Kamala. And they never sent the bird.
Wait a minute, what?
They loaded an entire C-17 full of supplies for the hurricane victims just for Kamala to go there, take a photo, take a video, and they never sent the C-17. It was just
Are you
full.
serious?
Yeah, that was a National Guard, North Carolina National Guard unit. That was a 06 that reached out to me. And then I had another.
He reached out to you to tell you that they did a photo op and with the intention of never sending.
Never sent it. It was just a photo op. And then
Dude, again. Let's see. I'm sorry. Somebody's texting me because they're being rude. Anyhow, the fan service was Wolverine. Yeah, I'm happy with what I just did. Says Fall in the Crate. The Hulk being in there for a second was a letdown. Right, the Hulk's cameo was totally lame, but I have my theories about that. Fuck, I can't get into that. I'm trying to do a show. Skeezy Whitefish, thank God for the order followers and the people willing to risk their order following career to get that information out there, because you got to know in that sort of situation, that sort of information is tight-lipped, and he dropped a little bit of a hint as to who it was. He said it was an 06, and so that's going to probably give away, I'm guessing, the regiment or that or the MOS. I don't know. We will treat you so much better than those fucks down the street, right? That scene was hilarious, and I love telling everybody my little dirt about that. If you don't know about that, Henry Cavill could not, spoiler alert, that's what that scene's in. Henry Cavill could not stand that scene. He said he was green to the gills after filming it because of the cigar smoke, and the cigar smoke really got to him. Nerd out on your own time. I want a shawl, lol, says Carlos Ramirez. Right? That's what it is. It's all a land grab at this point, says Dear Butch. Right, but it's so, like, Donald Trump isn't trying to do a land grab, which is weird because he's a real estate developer. I don't have any stories about Donald Trump's appearance with supplies in northern Carolina being a photo op. I have stories about Donald Trump's daughter trying to set up Starlink and the government intervening and not letting him do that. Oh, Saint Caesar. Saint Caesar, you know what? I'm wiping that one just because if people don't catch that, they're horrible. Oh, damn it. I wiped it too fast and it just came right back. That's creepy. Normally, you got to give it a tick. Normally, you don't even got to give it a tick. I bought my girlfriend a carpet shampooer for Christmas one year. Oh, dear Lord. Cheeseburger pie. The fact that I'm single and you're not is perhaps the greatest crime in the world. All right, so very not good. That was not awesome. All right, so Kamala Harris did a town hall. It didn't go well. A lot of people clipped a lot of stuff out of it. It's a usual collection of your regular old gaff crap, but I really, dude, 4 minutes. I don't know how we can do this or not. All right, but either way, this man has seen this play out before and does not like it. Okay. Let's see. This person asking Kamala Harris a question that literally I think she should be repeatedly asked. Oh, Jesus, wrong screen. We are not done yet. Fucking A.
Towards Trump, but I haven't made a decision. I'm also concerned about the way I feel President Biden was pushed.
By again, Univision. He doesn't speak English. He is a legal immigrant or resident, I assume, I hope, and he's going to legally vote. Again, don't worry, baby. You're bread and butter. It's a Univision town hall, and I'm sure even the interpreter has been told to interpret in your favor. Take it away.
Decide.
Oh.
And
so close to the elections, I believe these are extraordinary circumstances.
Given how close we are to the election. So, la pregunta, Mario.
And Mario's question?
The question, Mario.
So the question is, how can you clarify this whole process and how you were elected?
Sure. And first of all, thank you for being so candid and allowing me to answer the question. Thank you. President Biden made a decision that I think history will show was probably one of the most courageous that a president could make, which is he decided to put country above his personal interest.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. His family was forcing that fucking thing on you so bad, like, or not on you, but on everyone else, on him so bad, like to stay in. Everybody else was urging him to get out, to the point where discussions of elderly abuse came up on CNN even. So again, don't tell me he decided to put country ahead of his personal gain or whatever. I don't know. No. He was pushed out. You guys literally, like, do you think all of us reset our memory every 24 hours or like once a week, like a server reset? Because I remember 5 months ago, when you were pushing Biden hard. And then I remember literally one debate. And after one debate, overnight, everyone's like, so when are we getting rid of Joe Biden? And then guess who showed up at the last minute? Because if you left, again, much like, and this is another reason I don't like this side of the aisle and these people in particular, much like Tim Walz. You're here because the people running the campaign didn't want to let go of the purse strings, right? So you guys are owned by the balls with money. Saint Caesar, she thinks the servers are in the clouds, Johnny. No, she believes the information in the cloud is in the clouds. Servers can be anywhere. She thinks the servers brought her the microphone and her beverages.
And He made that decision. He within that same period of time, supported my candidacy and urged me to run. He and I have been partners for the last 4 years as his vice president to him as the president. And I am honored.
Partners. So, we can't have 4 more years of this thing is even more accurate now. Tim Walz just signed the death warrant of your campaign with that quote then, because, again, you're partners, so you had a hand in this.
To have earned the Democratic nomination. I am honored to have the endorsement of people from every walk of life. You will probably find that I probably have a bigger coalition of people who couldn't seem to be more different than each other, who have come together around my candidacy. From 200 Republicans who worked with and for both Presidents Bush, John McCain, Mitt Romney, including Liz Cheney, the former
congressman, current cunt, and, daughter of the devil Dick Cheney, who is, again, entirely one of those, I keep calling them dark water. Is it dark water? Dark money? I don't know. One of those dark money interests I keep talking about? Yeah. Liz Cheney has just entered the chat.
Congresswoman, and her father, the former vice president, Dick Cheney, who was supporting me.
Again, 2 people I said who at the first drop of a hat would turned on their whole, we can't go to war here. There's no winning. There's no point. And Dick Cheney flipped that script immediately when he could make untold amounts of money at the American people's loss. Like, we paid for those wars. We paid to make him a whole bunch of money. American soldiers got PTSD, got injured and or killed, so he could make a bunch of money. It's not okay.
Former members, very esteemed members, including generals of the national security.
Is this the word salad Obama was talking about? Jesus Christ. No, this is actually one of her more cogent and poignant things. She's actually, I've been interrupting it. Maybe you're talking about me. Maybe I'm doing the word salad. But she's actually been more articulate in this. If we played it nonstop, it would seem more articulate. And I should actually let it go so we can get it done and out of the way.
Community. I have the endorsement and support of Alberto Gonzalez most recently, who, of course, was Attorney General. I have the support of people from every background, and I believe this is the reason why. It is incredibly important, and I know you, and I can see you are a patriot, that we have the President of the United States who honors the oath that they take to support the Constitution of the United States. There is a huge contrast in this election. Donald Trump has said he will be a dictator on day one.
Again, I'm sorry. I got to see that whole speech. You guys on both sides, and I called somebody out for this recently. What was it, on the Tim Walz thing? The Tim Walz thing, they're trying to make it a big deal about Tim Walz saying he wants to get rid of the electoral, or that we shouldn't need the Electoral College. If you cut the clip right, yeah, it sounds bad. If you listen to the whole thing in context, it doesn't. And again, it's one of those where, no, you kind of edit this to make it look bad. And so, again, this is another one of those things, too. Donald Trump said he's going to be a dictator on day one. You guys told me he was going to be a dictator in 2016. You guys have been, you know what? Tim Walz was a dictator on COVID day one. And he was a dictator after COVID pandemic ended. In fact, he only stopped being a dictator when the state took his money away. So, didn't Trump say he would be a dictator in 2016? Am I wrong? And he wasn't, says St. Caesar. I don't know. He might have. This is the other thing. Trump says a lot of shit. He talks out his ass. And if you clip it right, you can get all those things. But I had Trump in office for 4 years when I didn't want him to be, by the way. I didn't want Trump to be in office the first time around. Full disclosure, I voted for fucking Hillary Clinton. Aren't I glad that I got that one wrong? But, I voted for Hillary Clinton. I didn't want Donald Trump to be president. And I'll tell you this. I was one of the people that by the end of it, I went, oh, it was not what I thought it was. Even when January 6th happened, especially January 6th is one of the other things. I lived in Minnesota. I watched Minneapolis burn for a couple of years because of the George Floyd bullshit. And now I'm hearing how January 6th was the greatest day, darkest day in our democracy. Apparently, everybody whose life was in jeopardy was conveniently not there before anything ever happened. Sessions were closed for a little bit. There was some property destruction. One of the protesters died. Several of the police officers there accounted to being set up, and then mysteriously several other police officers. What did I just do? Please tell me the show is still going. I hope so. Trump made my wallet happy. Message retracted. I don't know why the message is retracted. I prefer the front loaders. I can wash my pillows and quilts in them. Oh, nice.
Many people come from backgrounds and countries of origin, and we know what that means when you're talking about someone who wants to be president of the United States and wants to be a dictator. And what that means in terms of taking freedoms from their people.
Says the people who have arrested and taken more freedoms in the last 4 years. Again, you can say Donald Trump said he's going to do this. When he was in office, he definitely didn't. He has to have the ability to. But I can guarantee you right now, while in office, you guys did. All right. Kim Farmham. Hi, Johnny in chat.
Donald Trump has said he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies.
Right. Again, I give you everyone involved with January 6th who wasn't one of the 200 known undercover FBI agents and Ray Epps. Everyone else arrested. Even, again, and this is my favorite one, even the reporter who was writing pieces and work for ABC News, when he decided to work for The Blaze, the FBI came to his door. He was a reporter doing his journalistic duty and a patriot on January 6th because he worked for ABC. He was a possible traitor to our country when he worked for The Blaze months, years later. I don't know. Anyways.
I urge you to look at Project 2025,
Again,
and you will see.
The thing that he has nothing to do with, that he didn't write, and he hates the Heritage Foundation. Look, if you want to be worried about Project 2025, fine. But that means he has to have Republican control everywhere. And again, he has nothing to do with Project 2025. That's the Heritage Foundation, which he doesn't like, and not because of what they're doing or saying. He doesn't like the Heritage Foundation, and he's distanced himself from them because they didn't endorse him. The most Trump thing ever. I don't like him. They've said mean things about me. Fuck them. Like, dude, it's the most Trump thing ever. He won't forgive them because he is a spiteful, petty bitch, and they didn't endorse him.
Brother,
Thank you for the 100 bits.
What's that? What's that, brother?
All right. I'm sorry. This lady is upsetting me with what she's saying. And if she's going to bring this back to women's reproductive rights, I look forward if they let her have office and she gets to have office. I look forward to pointing, laughing, and going ha ha every time her reproductive rights issue or whatever she does to try and force it through gets quashed down by the Supreme Court, because it's a states' rights issue, and that's the government forcing people to do things in places, or states to allow things in places where the residents and the people don't agree with it. So, again, I'm not saying like, oh, Donald Trump is going to get your rights back. No, I'm saying these people held that little piece of bait in front of you ladies for years. And now she wants to do it again. She's doing it again. She's holding the you'll get your rights back. No, it's as long as it's a states' rights issue, It's not a thing. If Donald Trump suddenly said, oh, I'm going to sign a universal abortion ban, a lot of us would have to be okay with that. And you know what? The states that are okay with it aren't. And the argument the Supreme Court made about overturning Roe v. Wade falls flat on its face. If they enforce that and don't turn that down, then there you go. But that's not going to happen because, again, by the way, nobody's shitting on the Supreme Court on the left for them kind of being like, we're going to probably uphold all of Biden's gun stuff. Like, nobody's like, oh, this Supreme Court needs to go. Again, the left is the party that has literally arrested people, literally jailed people, called for the dissolution of the Supreme Court because they don't get their way, and said that, what was it? What was the other one that I had? I don't remember now. Fuck, I don't even remember. Oh, and locked people in their homes and been actual dictators. Like, you guys have done all of those things.
He will strip the Department of Justice of its independence and put in and hire across the board, instead of career public servants, his people.
His people. Okay? Like right now, we have career public servants, our people. And thanks to unnamed people in an unnamed place that we don't incredibly fund and defend all the time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Those people are severely compromised. Okay? And they will keep this shit going. Okay? And if we let him get in, he'll put in his people. Okay? Now, right now, our people, okay, they are the ones who have ignored legitimate evidence like Joe Biden's son's laptop, pursued and perpetuated fake evidence and fake things like the Steele dossier, and have been continually making stops, in my opinion, around the country, pretending to be white supremacists, and had a huge hand in January 6th, okay? Those people in the Department of Justice might not work there anymore, and they'll have people who support Donald Trump, okay? People who will say things like, well, I need to see the camera footage, okay? What happened to half of the data that the J6 committee had in their investigation that they erased? Okay? All right, yeah, fuck this bitch. I don't want any more career public servants. They're mostly forgotten the servant part. Shia, you're saying it perfectly. I agree with that. It can be written into federal law, but it will never get enough support to be passed. Right, Toastmaster. It will never get enough support to be passed. Just like when Joe Biden said he was going to pass student loan debt and he was going to do student loan debt forgiveness. He's been promising it since he got in. Just like Donald Trump said we're going to build a wall and Mexico's going to pay for it. That could never happen. And he couldn't build the wall because they had to find a way to pay for it, and they couldn't get that passed. So what did he do? He built some of the wall. He did some wall shit with the money he could scrounge together, the same way Joe Biden is trying to find a way to push through this student loan forgiveness package one way or another. And that'll be the same thing with this shit. But you know what it'll mean at the end of the day? It'll mean that the people in the state I live in, as I recently discovered, we can have discussions about the viability of the fetus after birth. What do you mean? Like it's out. Like it's on its own. She's just sore, regretting everything that happened. Probably shit herself. And needing a good solid couple weeks of rest and maybe an extra pudding cup, honey. So we're going to just... But why? I mean, surely someone will. Can we try putting it in like in a box and with a blanket and help wanted sign, like as a joke, like help wanted, like it's a job, get it? So no. After. Okay, that's more than fucked up. Okay, going back to what you were saying. And by the way, that shit'll still be in play. I don't think anything will change in this state or any other. And it'll all still be the same. And again, when you look into the facts of the matter, I'm sorry, but for me, abortion comes a lot down to be responsible with your love life. There's a variety of ways we can cover that. Men too, by the way. I am pro vasectomy. If the government wanted to go, hey, we want to pay for vasectomies. Why? Because if you don't want to fucking nut up a chick and then have someone else that has to be taken care of by you and or us, we're okay with that. It's a reversible procedure, and we'll do that. Bing, bang, boom. They give you a local. They shave a spot by your nuts, and bam. I haven't undergone it, but I've done my research. I mean, I'd be fine with that. Hell of a lot more fine with that than abortions. I would be pro, we'll do things that, like that's why I'm pro government giving you contraception or having contraception available for you. Another reason I like supporting, Planned Parenthood, because it's one of the best places for women to get access to contraception in terms of like the birth control stuff. But again, it's like the whole like, hey, if you don't want to have a kid, don't take loads. And if you're going to take loads, then somebody, either the dispenser or the receiver, needs to have some sort of plan in place. If you can't take a pill every day or use a freaking condom, why is that so hard these days? No surgery required. Well, Digger421, you're exactly right. 2, the point I was making is, when people get all abolish Planned Parenthood and blah blah blah, they overlook the abortion thing, or they overlook everything they do. Focus on the abortion thing, and that's why I was pointing out one of the best places. I've heard this from multiple women, and I might be wrong, but one of the best places for women is not taco night, not now.
Who are his loyalists. Donald Trump said he would, and I'm using a quotation, terminate the Constitution of the United States.
Again, I need to see this.
Imagine the Constitution of the United States, which guarantees the Fourth Amendment against unreasonable search and seizure by a government.
Which we have done multiple times.
You.
Pay no mind to... Which we did. Again, you've done it in the name of January 6th, and now you want to make misinformation on the internet, like thought crimes, punishable. You guys already have had people on the right saying they want to abolish the First Amendment. Don't act like you aren't trying to torch the Constitution, too. I give you the party that pushed for the net neutrality thing that, like, took away a lot of our free, like, freedoms and rights on the internet.
The Fifth Amendment, the Sixth Amendment. So I believe...
She never mentioned the first, because she knows she wants to get rid of it too. Or the second, because I feel like they're after those as well. It's okay to violate your rights if they are looking for your guns. I've never been, but I know from people who have used PP, and they're great for getting birth control pills and condoms for cheap or free. Right? So that's one of the things that I feel like if I would be I'd be way more on the side of like the pro-life community if they were less like, abolish Planned Parenthood, they're devils collecting baby organs, and more like, hey, we need to get abortion out of it. Planned Parenthood means plan. An abortion is not a plan. An abortion is a what would you call that? An emergency reaction. So whether the emergency is you just realize that guy at the bar, you didn't even get his number and you can't have a kid. Like, okay, we can talk about morning after pills, things like that, but maybe an actual doctor is involved in some way, shape, or form. Just a prescription. I don't know. We can talk about that. Whatever. Again, states' rights issue. But when I come down to the thing of it, I always want to be sure I defend Planned Parenthood for the fact that they do that. They provide those services. Because I'm a big fan of either the lady or the dude. Do something to make sure that you're not nutting, all right? Birth control, condoms, pulling out. Now, personally, I have no problem with the last one. I know a lot of people who do. But without getting into the weeds of it, let's just say that's not an issue for me. So, all right. Yeah, 100% of this federal government has to go to it's no longer used in our society. Never really was. They have consolidated and stolen so much power from the states. Right, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. But also, notice how he asked her, his initial question was how did she get her position? How did she become the nominee? Because they all watched Biden run for the position, and then she was suddenly there, and he's saying nobody voted for you. He's saying nobody voted for you to be the presidential candidate. No caucus voted for you to be the candidate. And her answer is Donald Trump wants to torch the Constitution.
That the stakes right now are extraordinarily high, and potentially, some might say, historians have said, unprecedented.
Again, unprecedentedly high stakes, historically high. This is in no way anything that encourages people to act out. And for the party that we keep getting told is full of the crazies and the wackos, I have to say, and I'm actually being completely honest here, I'm surprised nobody on the wacko side has done anything. But every time somebody does something, that wacko is incredibly suspicious. Usually ends up being left-leaning. Meaning, I won't deny, I see Trump supporters and I'm like, you'd think they would. Not all of them. A few. I need a long bong rip, or I need a bong rip. I need to calm down. I think I did a bong rip. I'm going to, again, the best part of this clip, and I need to end this out because we got an hour and a half left, and I think I'm still in the first hour. I'm a fucking horrible person. This whole thing started with this non-English speaking gentleman here saying, or apologies, asking, you know what, we'll rewind it and get to his question. Let's let her finish her bullshit and go again, and then we'll play the question again, and I'll go, and yeah.
And so maybe the whole situation, including your point, is a bit unprecedented, but this is an unusual time where we are literally having a choice as the American people about choosing a path, either that is about rule of law, democracy, or
these guys who ignored that for the past 2.5 years guaranteed. 3 years, in my opinion. You ignored the rule of law when you pushed things that we didn't agree with, like the debt forgiveness stuff. Ignored the rule of law when states wanted to protect themselves from unprecedented levels of mass migration. You have ignored the rule of law every time you wanted to. I'm not saying that the other guy isn't, bad man who won't. But again, how are you any better? If anything, you've proven you're just as bad. As your own guy said, we can't take 4 more years of this.
Something that is about admiring dictators and autocracy. Did you see the most recent report about the COVID? We talked about COVID. The COVID tests?
The COVID tests? He sent tests to Vladimir Putin so Putin could find out if he had COVID. We didn't release COVID in Russia. I mean, Mr. Cute Johnny's talking about me. I have no idea. I also think that all kids, regardless of household income, should have free breakfast and lunch offered in school. I know some places are doing that now, but you can't learn if you're hungry/hurt. Oh, I agree completely, Shia. I agree completely. There are far too many. I grew up in one. I grew up in a house that was food insecure, and that in the summers when we weren't in school, meals got interesting. I'll say this. We always had one every day. Sort of. Once you got into them teen years, it really became a fend for yourself situation. Like the fact, like I'm not joking, my family, I think, like, was this close, and I mean this close to having us grow up as feral children. It's scary. Anyways. Let's close that. Oh wait, no. She kind of addressed her the question. The question is, how are you here for president? And so again, she didn't really get the question. Joe was pushed out. Who did it? What was the final straw or threat? What was the incentive? Yeah, she didn't. She just said, "Oh, look, he chose to step down." Again, no, he didn't. All right. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. All right, so that one's done. Oh, I opened it twice. So then we get to quit it and be done. Does that mean first hour's out? Nope, we had this one that I still need to do. Okay, that's why. We went through all of that to get this one. Now we have this, hopefully our last major thing. We have some other stuff that's election news coverage, but hopefully this is our last one. Where's the video? Okay, this is weird as shit. Oh, thank God. Thank God. All right, so remember early on, we started all of this political stuff, and that got scary. All right, so that got scary for a second because I loaded the story. SC Motorsports. First you learn, then you get food. Make them earn it. Can I have some milk? Milk is for winners, Timmy! Bone density is for earners! My kid's school has free lunch and breakfast. Thank God for that at times. My daughter, and again, because of the way I was raised, there are certain things I won't do. One, I won't have another kid. Like, I really, really don't want to have another kid. I'm strictly against it. And like I said, not to brag, but thanks to a just lifelong way things I am, I don't need to try that hard to not have a kid. It's really easy for me to not have a kid. So, Johnny, I'm about to lose my shit. I'm sorry. Hopefully we left soon enough for King Kong Dong. You know what I'm going to call that, King Kong Dong? You know what I'm calling that? You know what I'm putting that out as? King Kong Dong, congratulations. That, my friends, is your reward for the bit. And you know what bit. Congratulations. King Kong Dong. 2 cars going 30 miles per hour on Walmart on 15. Anyways, it's just going, oh, fuck. Anyways, it's 65, you effing artards. So, do you want to tell me who's driving? Don't. It's the Rumble chat, though. Feel free to post it. I'm not going to read it out loud. And I agree with 09 Canyon. That's infuriating. I'd be pissed as shit. I'd be really, really mad if that happened. I maybe need to just start doing this and not. How about we don't eat the mic? And we put it out here and just do a little bit better job having it positioned a little better so that way when the audio's up, we're good, and then there, better. All right, I'll go back. I'll go to hell and back for that bit, Johnny. Well, I feel like you did a little bit. Everyone drives slow in that area. I mean, people do. Anyhow, we did all of that. Remember the first majorly Kamala Harris thing we got into, like the first video, was Obama explaining how black men can't sit out of this election. And I argued that black men weren't sitting out of this election. Again, by the way, CNN, for the title of the article to be that, and you put the video you put in, dog shit. Because, again, I want to see him say that the black men can't sit out this election, because that makes him look way more race-baity. Whether he is or not, I don't care. But it does look that way, and I love that. But, and it makes the Democratic Party look race-baity, but they always do. Anyways, again, I give you somebody who is totally not a black male in explaining the political situation with Kamala Harris. Go.
That Kamala was this bad because Trump is supposed to be dead and she wasn't supposed to have to do all of these interviews. I don't think that people understand what was supposed to happen. You have to understand that they have already tried to kill this man twice. They did not want this man to be the nominee for president. They certainly do not want him back in the White House. So the plan was to kill him, to probably, install Nikki Haley as Republican nominee. She had the second most delegates, right? And it was supposed to be between Haley and Kamala Harris, and Kamala wouldn't have had to do all of these interviews that she's been doing. She's been on this media blitz. So now a lot of people that did not know how stupid she was before, like a lot of people that did not know that this person cannot talk, can barely articulate a thought, like a lot of people that didn't know this are now discovering this. And so her campaign's in free fall, and she's likely going to lose. But like I said, you weren't supposed to know that Kamala Harris was this bad, this stupid, this empty, because Trump was supposed to be dead, and she wasn't going to have to do all of these interviews that have exposed her to be the absolute moron that she is.
I can't confirm, but I've got a lot of people, including, wow, damn, a young Arsenio Hall. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I like his teeth. Think it's veneers. They are suspiciously perfect. Here's something I learned from my time hanging out with strippers. The more perfect a woman is, the more the perfection is probably fake. Teeth is a difficult one because braces and stuff. But with the advent of veneers, now you never know if she had a like coked up history in her past. If she's got veneers, it's like you could have been messed up like all like 10 smoking meth like a motherfucker and look like a jack-o'-lantern, and now you're great. Shit. I got addicted to that pussy. By which I mean your pet cat. I can't leave unless I take your cat. Sorry. Dude, people are accusing this guy of being gay. This gay is suspicious. Dude, this person, if what you say is true, this person should be Democrat through and through. Black, gay, and supporting Donald Trump? What? What? So at any rate, yeah. You weren't supposed to know Kamala is this stupid because Trump is supposed to be dead. I love that. I don't know that I'll ever stop loving that. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Doing really great on those other two. I got to reload this because if that's true, then that's sad panda with a side of suck sauce. Oh yeah, fuck nuggets with a side of suck sauce. Really, 4 people over there on the Twitch? Damn. That's sad. We're going to have to do something about it. I might have to get Kick going and, I don't know, figure out something. There's got to be a reason that Twitch is shitty. Maybe I got to figure out what's going on with it. Dude is right. He's just pointing it out for the folks asleep in the back. But again, a black guy that seems incredibly, let's just say incredibly intimate. Like, I would believe in a heartbeat that guy was gay, between just being in great shape, which not to be a dick, but that's usually a sign, amongst others. You could be in great shape and not. It's like mustaches. A person with a mustache isn't necessary. It's like trucks. Because a person drives a truck doesn't mean they're an asshole, but it does mean they're an asshole when they're driving their truck. God damn, I can't come up with a good analogy. I see most sports. I'm still having issues with your Twitch channel, so I switched to YouTube. Yeah, the issue thing with the Twitch channel, I feel like you have to change your reception rate to the 1K thing. I will, this is another one of the reasons why the working at the club thing, like, oh, cool, I work at a strip club, is ending at the end of this month. I might DJ from time to time when Jax needs me to go to like a bar or something. Minnesota DJs, if you're in the Minnesota area and you need a DJ, look up Minnesota DJs. Great company. But yeah, if I need to work like a local bar or something once in a while, all right, fine. But I'm really I'm looking forward towards cutting that out, having Friday night off, having Saturday open to just work on stuff all Saturday long, not have to go to work later, not have to recover from working last night. Like, I can get up at a reasonable time, work on stuff, hang out with my daughter, work on stuff, go to bed at a reasonable time. Way better. Because he has a mustache doesn't mean he's a cop, right? Yeah, let's go with cop. Sheeny Graham, Yelko, let's go with cop. All right. Anyways, yeah, and I got to fix that then, because I want the viewership to go up on Twitch, at least, for new people at least. But yeah, on my settings, I switched my quality source to 1080p, and it doesn't ever drop out on me. But that is, again, a computer thing you can do. I don't know how that'll work for people with phones and such. But I digress. Anyways, so yeah, happy to have the numbers on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We are literally, if you put those out, because 45, 35, 70. Yeah, we're just under 100. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's mute the audio for a second on Twitch while we grab some second hour stories. But we only have an hour and 15 left in the show, so I don't think I'm going to grab some of these that I don't want to talk about. We are going to some of them that we promised to talk about. So I don't know that we're going to do that. We'll load it, but I'm probably not going to do it. I'm probably going to talk about this one just because it's fun. All right. And there we go. All right. So we've got a couple things that we'll talk about. God, I hope this has a video clip. If not, oh, it has the trailer for the movie. So we still have that. Okay. So we'll watch that. All right, we have some fun things to do. Sports league thing. Sports leagues teaming up to call a timeout on racism. I love when people try to do woke shit and they don't ever think about it. Again, I don't believe in any sense of the imagination that I am an intelligent, smart, I figured it out guy, right? I'm a fucking putz. I am a pothead putz. I read the title and I just thought for a second. Hi, kitten. To be fair, I did download the story earlier. What was it, yesterday? But the minute I clicked on it, I saw Article Sports League, and I went, oh, I don't know if I want to do an Article Sports League. And I thought latest virtue signal I saw on the back end. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to do it. It's yoga pants season. Asses be everywhere. Oh, hey everybody, second kitty. Second kitty. Oh, that's right, 420 in a second. So I got to give you some super snuggles, and then you got to book. Oh, you booked already. Great. I love you, kitten. All right, so we'll read this, and then we'll stop and hit an applause thing for the 420 moment. So again, sports leagues are teaming up to put a timeout on racism. For the first time, sports leagues all across North America, athletic icons and rising stars are calling for a hashtag timeout against hate. It's a campaign inspired and led by Patriots owner Robert Kraft. In sports, we call a timeout when things are heading in the wrong direction.
Hey, bum, bum, bum. Got any grapes?
You and your goddamn duck. When things are headed in the wrong direction, and right now our country, hate is winning, and we need to change the momentum. Oh my God. What the fuck do you mean hate is winning? If this is a fucking election thing, ugh. Said Kraft, the founder of Combat Autism, bringing together the commissioner of North America's major sports leagues for his campaign is a historic and crucial step in our fight against all hate. By uniting under a common cause, we amplify our message and demonstrate the power of sports extends beyond stadiums, arenas, and fields, all of which we make a shit ton of money off of that you guys paid for. And into our communities. You want to talk about into our communities? You mind giving the profits from the stadiums we pay for you to build, like, back to us in any way, shape, or form? At least, like, repay the loan? No? Dick? All right. This initiative is a call to action for everyone to join us in creating a world where hate is met with a unified stand for empathy, understanding, and respect. And look, we got a whole lot of, I got an ad on my screen. We got, I don't know who that guy is. Shaq. I don't remember who you are. I don't know who you are. But again, we got athletes. I guess I don't follow enough sports. Bob Kraft, best known for owning the Patriots and visiting a sketchy massage parlor, is calling a timeout for racism and hate. All right, so where are... Oh boy, I love this person's take. So people are sharing it online with, for the first time, wouldn't a timeout imply the racism will eventually resume? Oh my God. Please don't let Matt LaFleur anywhere near this campaign. He's going to burn through all the timeouts before the end of the day. So now people are just ripping on it. They didn't think that far ahead. They don't want real solutions, only theater. Yeah, nobody's happy about that one. All right. So the Cookie Monster story, I don't know if I want to get into. I kind of do. I'm going to skip that one because, again, it's stupid. A German highway. You can speed on a German highway? A 60-mile-per-hour speeding car Well, I thought it's the Autobahn. You can speed on the Autobahn. All right. All right. So there's not a whole lot to this, but okay. No joke, a traffic camera in Germany caught a driver dressed up as the Cookie Monster zooming down the road at 60 miles per hour. Police are now on the lookout for the Sesame Street fan, who they claim intentionally sped past the camera to get a perfect shot in the fuzzy blue outfit. Wow, why do you want to catch him? Why do you want to catch him? Jeff Peso saying there are no limits on the Autobahn or the Nordschleife. What is the Nordschleife? And people might say, are you pronouncing that with an accent because you're a dick? But like, yeah, and it makes it easier for me to read and pronounce the word if I'm like a foppish, quasi-gay German person. Or in other words. So the costume driver was going 10 miles per hour over the limit in a 50 mile per hour zone. And while the whole thing might sound like a joke, police say it could have ended badly. They warned that this Cookie Monster stunt could have endangered human lives. Oh, fucking A. The worst thing that could have happened is someone was cooking some macadamia nuts and he made a pit stop. All right, I'm sorry, but 60 miles per hour in a 50 zone, that's not that big a deal. That's a problem in Europe. So, Police spokesman Peter Banderman warned that wearing a puppet mask while driving may seem fun, but could have deadly consequences. Right? That part, yeah, you got an idea. So the owner usually has the right to refuse evidence, but if he admits to having worn the mask or names the driver, it can be more expensive. Okay. It turns out this guy was the drive. If it turns out this guy, he'll face an additional what guy? So where's what guy? Okay, if it turns out this guy was the driver behind the mask, he'll face an additional €60 charge, bringing the total fine to 100 with the 40 speeding ticket. According to a traffic lawyer, driving in Germany while wearing anything that covers your face is illegal. However, the owner usually has the right to refuse to give evidence, but if he admits to having worn the mask or names the driver, it can be more expensive. Expensive? Yeah. All right, the vehicle was registered to a 57-year-old man from Hagen, but it is yet to be confirmed that he was driving. It's still not even clear if the jokester has a history of speeding or even has a driver's license. All right. So either way, there's somebody who's got a Cookie Monster costume. Let's see how good this was. Oh, fuck. All right, I take it back. This person...
C is for cookie, because I like to speed. C is for cookie, my cookies all have weed. C is for cookie, but I'll show THC.
You know what also is very dangerous? Looking through binoculars while driving. Very disorienting. Yeah, I feel like that would be a problem too. Either foppishly gay or really hungry. Those are the only ways to do a German accent. Okay, Lab Glass, good to know. I like the one I have because it's easier for me to get into. Giggity. And not the way you think. Bop, bop, bop. Alrighty, so... I'm going to say, I got to believe that it's the 54-year-old. They're driving an Audi. Although Audis are a lot more common over there, so that might not be as big a deal. You're getting ahead of yourself. You're thinking America. Either way, this person is a goddamn hero. He was looking for Sesame Street. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter S for speeding. And the numbers 6 and 0. Oh. Cloudy days. Have to go to traffic court today because I was speeding. Sometimes you... Can you tell me how to get to traffic court because I was speeding? There we go. That's the winner. This is why I'll never do a musical. Or at least one that I won't write on the fly. So how much... Jesus Christ, man. Rex Start Barrico.
If you want to see Stone Cold Cookie Monster hit 80, give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're goddamn right.
I don't know why Stone Cold Cookie Monster entertains the shit out of me, but it does. All right, so that's like the entire story. There's not a whole lot else to get into on that. It's 4:30. We have an hour left in the show. I have to work tonight. I got to put this over here. We can't do that anymore. That is bad. That is bad. That is banned. Bad. Unless we have like 500 bits or $5 or those things. We have rules. 10s are not only do I have to use it, I haven't cleaned it. Oh, it's fuck. That's the first thing I'm buying. When do I have time? Sunday? Probably. I'll have to figure a time Saturday. Too much to do in the morning, and then I gotta get ready to do the shows. All right, it's good. What? He was speeding to meet his European cookie contact. It's good. Okay, never mind. It's bad. I'm dying. Okay, I'm sorry. Satire live action Sesame Street mod for Mario Kart. Satire, don't do cookies, kids. Leads to speeding. All right, so we've got I was wrong on the there is a video no. For the love of Jesus, please tell me he doesn't. Hey, Spooky, you want to come be on the show? Nobody's ever seen you. Spooky. My little gray fluff ball. All right. I made it. Woo! All right, so CNN pollsters saying Democrats are bedwetting themselves over the latest numbers. Also, Dems worry more about a Trump presidency than GOP about Harris because nobody thinks he'll win. I don't know why this is that, but
what is with all of the
again, why are the Democrats bedwetting? Again, did they say they're bedwetting?
bedwetting among
Oh, they do.
Maybe it's an
Oh God, what is with all the bedwetting?
What is with all of this bedwetting among Democrats? Maybe it's an eternal problem, but let's take a look here. These are, of course, the Great Lake battleground states, the states we've been focusing in on. If Kamala Harris wins these three, she most likely gets to 270 electoral votes. Take a look 3 weeks ago. Harris was ahead.
I'm going to let this play. Again, the GOP isn't worried about Harris for one simple reason. nobody thinks she's going to actually win. But hey, you named your cat Spooky. It's a cute name until you have to yell for them to come inside. His full name, because I don't want to have to get into this, but cats have more than one name. For example, Alucard Tybalt, last name. I'm not going to say his last name. Spooky Mulder, last name. It's inspired by Fox Mulder from the X-Files. And if you know anything about the X-Files, you know what Fox Mulder's nickname was in the FBI. I didn't pick the name. I wanted to name him Lemieux. I just kind of okayed getting the cat, so I feel partially responsible. And they told us he was a medium hair. They lied their balls off. He's a fucking long hair, so he takes more work. And he's adorable. He's an adorable, soft little fluff ball. And in a way that I believe is strange, when you name cats, they develop weird attributes that, like, that give you, like, he's bitey. His name's Alucard. Spooky Mulder is easily spooked. Runs like a motherfucker. He's a scaredy cat.
By 2 in Pennsylvania, 2 in Wisconsin, 3 in Michigan. Look at where we are today. The race is even tighter than it was. Today, it's a 1-point advantage in Pennsylvania, 1 in Wisconsin, 1 in Michigan. Look, that's limited movement, but in a year in which this race has been so static, if we're talking 1-point movement, 1-point movement, 2-point movements, and we see movements in all 3, this is the type of thing that, at least in the public polling, makes Democrats worry. And I think that the public
wait.
I
I just realized something. I have to go back a minute. Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
2 in Pennsylvania, 2 in Wisconsin, 3 in Michigan. Look at where we are today. The race is even tighter than it was. Today, it's a 1-point advantage in Pennsylvania, 1 in Wisconsin, 1 in Michigan. Look, that's limited movement. But in a year in which this race has been so static, if we're talking...
In a year... Oh, shit, that's right. I did take my camera. In a year... I give my cats nicknames. One is Squishy, the other is Stupid Ass. Yeah, his nickname is Fat Ass. He's back. Purr into the microphone. Give me that sweet purr, you son of a bitch. All right, we got the kitty back. Again, in a year, how long has VP Harris been the candidate? I don't believe she's been the candidate for an entire year. I thought it was like wasn't she like the last 4 months?
1-point movement, 1-point movement, 2-point movements, and we see movements in all 3. This is the type of thing that, at least in the public polling, makes Democrats worried, and I think that the public polling in this case is reflected in some of that internal polling, some of that reporting that suggests that these Great Lake battleground states have certainly tightened a lot, where at this point they are way too close to call.
Again, I don't believe they're too close to call. I believe that we're once again pushing their way too close to call, because you guys are going to cheat your asses off. And if the Republicans don't cheat their asses off, then it'll be way too close to call, because we're going to squeak out a victory. 09 Canyon saying, oh, Wild Saffron's having it. All right, got to go. See you later, Wild Saffron. We have an hour left in the show. And I don't want to keep going with this, I don't think. Oh, no, yeah, it discouraged the cat. We're done with it. I'm done talking the politics stuff for that. Especially. Boop. We have the Diddy courtroom scene, the Australia thing. The one political thing that I am going to do is is I'm going to play the trailer. It's out now. January 6th, the most deadliest day trailer. Abby Libby. I don't know who Abby Libby is. But several people posting the trailer saying that it's a very important and very serious documentary. I laughed, I cried. At Michael Knowles is hilarious, ? Comes out today if you're a Babylon Bee subscriber. So we'll watch the trailers for this. All right, so it came out today, and it's funny. I love just how the Babylon Bee publicized it. Again, I don't think you're supposed to take the Babylon Bee seriously, but let's go over to there. Dozens of people agree January 6th, the most deadliest day, is not as bad as Joker 2. Guys are supposed to be telling jokes, not truths. Thought that was the thing. I thought it was satire. Anyways, let's watch the deadliest day official trailer.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the heat death of the universe. These are some of the deadliest days in history, but none of them compare.
The heat death of the universe hasn't happened. These are some of the deadliest days in human history.
To the most deadliest day, January 6, 2021. Coming soon in the most epic movie event since Robot Jocks, Left Behind, or maybe even Son of the Mask. The Babylon Bee
They did not list Robot Jocks. Fuck yeah, I'm in. Did they make this for me? How did the Babylon Bee list Robot Jocks? You guys didn't even know. You didn't even know. Digger 420, they need to say it's too close to call or they won't be able to steal it, right? They tried to give us the idea that Harris had this narrow edge and advantage, and they kept finding the rest of us in reality going, no. Continual clips and things coming out of people sharing opinions that are very clearly not what we're being told everyone says. Anyways, I just had a mean thought. I don't want to share it. I want to let it go because I want to be a better person. Going back to this video, which is hilarious.
Investigates the darkest day in the history of democracy.
Where were you on January 6th?
In January?
I don't remember.
Storming the Capitol, baby. No.
Scary stuff like this happened.
Okay.
We did also break some windows. Like I will say, you got like scary stuff happened. Windows were broken. Nameplates and things were vandalized. Offices were perhaps vandalized. But a lady lost her life. Like, let's not forget some serious shit did happen. Again, none of the punishment fits any of the crimes, and it's interesting how that all came about. Harsh language was used.
So on a scale of 9 to 10, how terrifying was what you just witnessed?
3? I don't know.
We go on location. We bring you 100% true facts.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was murdered over 7 times.
We ask the tough questions.
Is it true that you have a Jewish space laser? This is incredibly boring. Could you explain it to me using Marvel characters?
We even go face to face with the scariest criminals you'll ever meet.
Are you the dangerous insurrection man?
Who's asking?
We're in. Into the lair of darkness I go. Darkness because he's a Republican, not because he's, never mind.
Shame! Shame!
This fall, the only way you can save democracy is by becoming a member of the Babylon Bee. So you can see January 6th, the most deadliest day.
Where were you on January 6th?
I was in that mob that was going into the Capitol.
Not grandma. Fuck. Looks funny. Looks funny. Alrighty, so there we go. Okay. Well, friend, gotta go take off. Yeah, later, King Kong Dong. I missed that a while ago. Have a great weekend while it's happening. I actually like the Left Behind movies. I don't know what those are. All right. Anyways, so oh, that's yeah. Okay, they're having their own conversation. Rumble gets that way. It's weird because they don't get to be on the screen, so it's weird. Joker 2 sucks. Mr. Q, have you actually watched Joker 2, or are you just spitting that opinion out? I'll wait for your response. And I said I wasn't going to do this anymore, but we've got, 45 minutes left in the show? One for the road. One to clear the bowl. So let's see what Mr. Q says. Did you go and watch Joker 2 or download it or what? You don't have to tell us how. Did you see Joker 2? Did you watch it? Saint Caesar, don't get that information out of him. It's not important. How he saw it is not the issue here. The simple issue is, yes, I have watched it. Okay. Why the fuck did you watch Joker 2? Anyone from a mile off could tell you that movie would be a steaming pile of shit. I don't care how hard you throw, God damn it, now I'm spacing on his name. Fucking, Rivers' brother. Joaquin Phoenix. Walking Phoenix. I was the gladiator's, opponent. Martha Fleck. I'm not happy, yeah. This keeps getting stronger. That's a problem. Why? Mr. Q, it's a bunch of karaoke breaks in the movie that kind of don't make sense, and it destroys the original movie. So in other words, you're saying it's a new take on Sucker Punch. Spoiler alert, Sucker Punch is just a fucking story about a bunch of chicks in an insane asylum, and they process their trauma by being, by imagining that they're chicks in a, what is it, like a whorehouse? And then to process the trauma of what they're doing to get out of the whorehouse, every time they're doing something super, crazy, they go to an anime thing, but it's all, music-based again. So it's, meh. Saint Caesar, so Joker 2 destroys brain cells. Got it. Again, none of this is news. You thought it was going to be something else. It was Joaquin Phoenix doing a sequel to a movie that, in my opinion, doesn't deserve a sequel because the Arthur Fleck Joker is, again, boring and sucks. And so the whole arrested, insane asylum thing, just not, no thank you. No, thank you, with a side of definitely not. And yeah. Spoiler alert, I was gonna go opposite him no matter what. If he'd said no, I haven't seen it, I'd be like, then why are you judging it? You haven't seen that movie. You're out here slandering a film. It could be reasonable or decent or maybe even good. I was gonna bite him off. Bite him. You go sit down. I was gonna jump down his throat. That doesn't sound better either. I was going to reprimand whatever opinion he had. That sounds better. As soon as Lady Gaga was announced for it, I knew it was going to be shit. Right. I didn't have any hopes, but my hopes went to zero the minute like, oh, and Lady Gaga is going to be playing. Lady Gaga will be playing. Lady Gaga will be playing Harley Quinn. So that was immediately like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I'm telling them that I'm DJing tonight. And I'll be there at 8. There we go. There we go. Billy Goat. Bibby Goat. And just in case he responds, I don't want my phone to go off like that, so we'll just have it go off like that. That seems perfect. All right. There we are. So, Johnny working the crowd. What? Mr. Q, that's a good take, but it's actually worse than Sucker Punch. Right, because it had a story it was based off of, and it had a progenitor that it came out of, and this is none of either of those things. It's just a weird, twisted, box office, woke, cash grab amalgamation of the two, and that's why it's worse. Because Sucker Punch was a quasi sort of original idea and a movie you could have deep feelings about ish. Ultimately, I view Sucker Punch, and I have it on Blu-ray, by the way. I view Sucker Punch as just a ignore the messages because they water down the story. Just fucking enjoy the video. It's a whole lot of like, it's like live action anime. I love anime. You got mech suits. You got chicks running around with swords. It's all good. Anyways, let's go to you have the classic juxtaposition of who is the hero, who is the story about kind of thing. It's interesting. Has fun. Anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about something fun. We have a half hour left. We have to get to these two stories for sure. And then we have our third hour stuff. And I have no idea where we're going to be going with that because we have too many things to talk about. But I'm definitely going to try to avoid the political stuff because and we're going to try to keep it video, fun, friendly. Robot Jocks over Joker 2. Dude, St. Caesar, fucking anything over Joker 2. The fucking musical aspect of it, the mental health aspect of it, shoehorned into a Batman universe that, so far as I know, doesn't actually have Batman in any way, shape, or form. It's just about some dude who's like kind of messed up, so he's the joke. It's just, it's not in every way that it shouldn't be. All right, let's go ahead and hit play on this and then wait for an ad. So I'll probably mute it. So don't do anything on Twitch. Yeah, we're muting it. Don't do anything on Twitch because I don't want to bother muting and unmuting that. We'll skip this and go over to it in just a minute. Laughing Lions, Johnny working the crowd. Thank you. I'm keeping that in there even though you retracted it. I've seen part of Sucker Punch when it was on FX in the morning before I left for work years ago. It seemed okay-ish for what it was. Here's what it is. If you're into anime and stuff like I am, and you don't associate a lot of that stuff, there were a lot of eye candy aspects about it. There were a lot of people who were like, "Oh, it's really great because if you look at it and it's got layers," and it's like, no, it doesn't have layers. It has floors, and by that I mean they're very, very visible. You know when you're on the first floor. You know when you're on the second floor. You know when you're on the third floor. You're well aware why the floors are there the whole time. ultimately, it's really fucked up. But yeah, it's not subtle. And it's got a lot of sweet action scenes. I don't harbor anyone a grudge for watching it once. I don't care if anyone goes, oh, it sucks. Yeah, it's maybe not for you. I've watched it multiple times. I don't mind watching it once in a while because I can completely zone out and just watch the story. You know what I love about it? Between the way it was made and the way it ended, there's no justifiable reason on the planet to continue this story with these characters whatsoever. It's done. It's finito. That's one reason I like it. Same reason I like Shoot 'em Up. You can watch it. You can enjoy it. There's no way there's a sequel. If it is, I will frickin' get the gasoline out and I will light my first copy on fire. No, she doesn't do that to herself. It's done to her, Mr. Q. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched, fuck it. You know what? We're going to do these 2 video clips, and we're going to see where we land on this with the time that they have, and then we'll break down Sucker Punch at the very, very end of the show, so everyone who doesn't give a shit or doesn't want spoilers, you can leave.
Kira, tell us what happened.
Now on to Diddy.
So, Brianna, the judge has set a May 5th
Speaking
trial
of
date
sex
for
crimes.
Sean Diddy Combs to face those charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation of prostitution. Now, Diddy was in court today. He entered the courtroom wearing a jail-issued outfit, a khaki long-sleeve shirt, pants. He was also shackled at the ankles. His family members were in the courtroom, his mother and most of his children. He had waved to them, blew a kiss to his mother, and one of his sons had raised and flexed his arm, his bicep, as though to show a sign of strength. Now, this hearing was mostly about procedural issues, working through some of the evidence in the case. Prosecutors said they collected 96 devices back in that March search of Combs's homes in Los Angeles.
Roseanne
and Miami,
rated
and
my
they
brother
searched him
and I more than
on
our
his person.
raised.
They said they'd begun going through them, encrypting some of them, and giving them back to the defense. That will take some time. There are going to be some motions in this case. One of those was addressed today. Now, if the judge does not need them back in court, the next time we will see Combs back in court will be in December. Brianna?
And this comes after his legal team made some pretty stunning accusations, Kara, about that now infamous video of Combs beating his former girlfriend as she tried to leave a hotel room. What exactly are they saying?
Yeah, that was one of the issues that was teed up yesterday for this hearing today, and that's what they spent.
Am I wrong? Am I getting goofed? Weren't you on Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Am I wrong? Am I getting pranked? Is this is Danny DeVito going to show up? Where's Danny?
A lot of time on in the courtroom. Combs's attorneys
So I start blasting.
An investigation into leaks, saying that they believe the government alerted the press not only of the video, but also of the searches at his homes in March. But this video is something that prosecution said that there's no need for this. They have said that they did not obtain this video until after CNN has aired it. I mean, obviously, we're CNN. We have declined to comment on these allegations, but the
So it's not that the video isn't real. It's just it shouldn't be entered into evidence because it makes our client look bad and everybody already knows about it. So can you please not bring it up? That's your argument? That's your argument. Okay.
Prosecution said that they did not have this until after it was already made public by us, and that there's no need for an investigation. Said this is just an attempt to try to keep a damning piece of evidence out of this.
There's no need for an investigation. Again, the investigation is for so many more things than just that video.
Case. Now, the judge said he is not going to decide today on whether they should have a hearing. He's going to let the sides file their legal briefs and their legal arguments on this. But one thing that Combs's lawyers did ask for is what they called a gag order. They want the prosecution to be stopped from talking about any grand jury evidence in this case or any non-public evidence. Now, prosecutors never really discussed that publicly before a trial. And the judge said, in fact, that because that is the rule, he said, is there any harm in imposing this? And the prosecutor had asked the judge to make it reciprocal to stop Combs's lawyers from saying anything more about any of the evidence in this case. They cited an interview that Combs's lawyer had given to TMZ in which he suggested that the government was trying to, he accused the government of making a takedown of a successful black man. They said they...
Yes, we got it. Where's the sound drop? I should have had it queued. Fucking A. I was waiting to hear this. I'm sure it's been uttered before, but I'm glad that he included it in this. Nope, wrong one. We got to go back here. Babe.
We got one!
Ladies and gentlemen, the always lovely race card has entered the chat. Of course, it's not that we have multiple accusations from multiple people. We have people associated with you distancing themselves from you entirely. We have pictures and informations about these freak-offs kind of coming out, and it's the takedown of a successful black man. I can't say successful black man easily. Is that? I feel like God does that to me either because of my MS. Maybe the weed did that to me. You know what they say? Practice. Practice is what it takes. We got to do practice. We got to practice more. Successful black man. Successful black man. We need to read more successful black man stories. We should get on that.
Wanted him to stop talking about that. Combs's lawyer said that if this does go into place, these restrictions on statements, he would abide by it. So the judge asked him to draft what this order would be, send it to him, and he would sign it. So we will learn in the coming days of exactly the contours of what they're prevented from saying.
Yay. Oh, God, you can't wait to get fucking Bill Nye to refute Ron DeSantis. Famous high school chemistry teacher, Bill Nye, who I've had waning respect for over the years, especially as he's become way, way more political. In terms of especially with the climate change thing, it's like, let's look at all of the evidence of everything. So explain volcanoes. Again, you know what? I don't want to get into it. All right, so we're going to do this last story. We're going to watch this preview, and then I'll break down start to finish the entire start to finish storyline of one sucker punch, especially if you guys throw in 5 anywhere on Twitch, YouTube, or Rumble. I'll do burns for him. We'll see. End of the show. Don't need to. Fine with not doing it, but we'll go wherever you want. All right, Australian airline. Let's go. Let's read this quick, and then we'll get to the trailer. Is apologizing after showing an R-rated movie screen on every screen during the flight. Fuck yes. Qantas passengers shocked as an inappropriate movie plays on every screen with, quote, no way to turn it off. They played this R-rated movie on every screen in the cabin, and passengers couldn't turn it off. There had been a technical issue, and instead of giving passengers the option to choose from a list of movies, they could only play one of them. There were a bunch of passengers asking for this particular movie, so the crew turned it on for everyone to see. Oops. The R-rated movie Daddy-O, which we're going to watch the trailer of. It's R-rated, fair warning. Oh boy, it's going to be a fun movie. Oh no. Okay, so that's going to be, we're going to watch the trailer for that. One shocked passenger said there was, quote, no way to turn it off, and was floored by the racy nudity and obscene sexts that were displayed on each person's seat. Oh my God, they couldn't hide the screens. The film is rated R for its explicit sexual material and graphic nudity, including photos of exposed genitals and sexually charged text messages. There was no way to turn it off. I'm worried about playing this. You know what? We're going to do this. If it gets way too difficult, then we drop it from certain places maybe. Oh, it's a Sean Penn movie. That's not scary at all. What the heck is this? Daddy-O official trailer. Dakota Johnson, Sean Penn drama movie. In theaters June 28th of 2024. I'm gonna have my my finger on the pause button like a motherfucker. If or not the pause button, the flip button like a motherfucker. If well, I guess both can be true. If anything happens.
Between 9th and 10th.
Sony Pictures. Okay, so the guy has a plant. The guy has.
You're not on your phone. See a human, not plugged in. That says a lot about you.
I like to think so.
But I need you.
What's his name?
I'd rather not say.
You're afraid to say his name because the guy's married, or you're married, or someone's married.
He's married.
I know he's married. Don't drive a cab 20 years and not know people. Word of advice. Don't ever say the word love, all right?
I just couldn't not say it anymore.
What's he supposed to do, love you back?
Shit.
You got a good heart, I can see that, which is why I just gotta tell you, you're better off walking away.
Okay, so she's stuck in traffic while the cabbie tells her not to be part of a relationship where she's sleeping with a married man. Damn, someone has super dirty info. What? Trials for all the baby oil, 1,000 bottles. No wonder Amazon was sold out in COVID. No idea what you're talking about. Is that girl from 50 Shades? Maybe. Dakota Johnson is if Dakota Johnson is 50 Shades of Grey, then this only furthers the whole like, oh, you only do roles where you're a sexual object? Typecast much? OnlyFans is hiring.
What about you?
Well, it's time for me to ante up.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, how'd you meet your wife?
She threw up in my cab. She was like a summer day, you know? Not too complicated, just beer and a bag of chips and we...
Uh-oh. So he's a loner who doesn't have a wife because she's gone. She met him in the cab and they're gonna fall in love together. Yay!
Set.
Do you miss her?
I do sometimes. Yeah.
Is it just me, or if they ever did a Linkin Park documentary, he would almost be able to play Chester Bennington, except he's too old and Chester died too early. And we could argue about why that happened, but I think we all know it's because some people are freaky. Some people are really, really freaky. This stinks. Hobo chili recipe. Ew! Nobody bid on that whole, like, I'll smoke up if they throw money at me thing.
I don't know.
At the end of the day, everything comes into focus. And then goes out again. But that's a story for another cab, right?
Coming this summer. All right, so that looks fine, but apparently there are some very graphic nude text, and that is not okay. Let's just check the we didn't ever put them up because, again, put them up. We're on November 4th. We're not going to worry about our goals at the moment, but let's see. I am getting notified of a PayPal. I have to check this. Let's do that. What do we have? What? Yeah, no. Thank you for that. $5, Mr. Q. I'm going to say no on that because I have plans with my daughter all day. So I appreciate that. But very nice. But not going to be able to. I do have to smoke one for that, though, which means I have to reload this. So, SH, stop that. It looks terrible. SH saying what? Shia, he's not wrong yet. That guy was going to ride out Milton on his boat. Who said it doesn't look terrible? Who's SH say? Who's SH now? I'm not. I see Shia. Shia saying that looks awful. Hobo Chiller Recipe. I don't know who SH is. I'm looking at. I have it on live chat. I can't see shit on anything else. All right. RP. Oof. Yeah, that movie looks bad. Why did I go wing? What went wing? What? Whoa. Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Wow. Hey. Easy. All right. We have 20 minutes left. I've got one burn to do. Sorry. I retract my previous statement. Oh, that doesn't look awful. Sweet Jesus. There we go. Now it all makes sense. RP, no goal. I mean, like November 4th. Is that a? I don't know. Do I care? What's with the coming in here with the goal thing? I don't pin it up at the top because it's not a show thing. We're already like it's if you haven't figured out the way it works around here, I'll make it very, very clear. If there's a goal for today, we'll talk about it. And it'll be pinned up there, and we've got to make this, that, and the other. And oh boy, will I be a lot more beggy. But it's a small show that I do along with a lot of other stuff. And if I ask for a bunch of money, then I have to start explaining and paying all of the taxes on that money. And since I do have things like disability, it's really hard to make a whole bunch of money and keep any of it. So we just make as much as we can. And what that has worked out to is right now, I make $50 a day. It justifies doing this as opposed to doing something else. So we're good. You don't need to ask every time. If there isn't a message pinned in the top, then you don't need to ask. Just saying. Brings that question up a lot. How long have you been here? Stephen Bravo. Hey, Crutches. Hey, Stephen. We lost Chris Penn. It's a travesty. What? We lost Chris Penn? Well, thank God he was able to make his magnum opus, which is the movie Daddy-O. There we go. That's what it is. We're going to do this. I know how to make that stop making noises. Fixed it. All right, so we have about 15 minutes left in the show. He was my favorite bad guy in the movie Fist of the North Star. Chris Penn or Stephen Bravo? Who's your favorite bad guy in Fist of the North Star? I'll be honest. I've seen 2 versions of Fist in the North Star, and I'm going to be completely frank with you. Completely frank. Who said the Fist of the North Star thing? Hobo Chili Recipe. I don't like it. I don't like it. Chris Penn? Was he actually in Fist of the North Star? Chris Penn's magnum opus was The Wildlife, 1984. Haven't seen that one either. All right. No, we need to keep Johnny pure. Just the Rumble chat then. We won't tell. What? Diddy is innocent. Set my... Wow, Landers. I wouldn't Johnny to see the tape, then he would think differently. What? I have fucking no idea. Lab Glass, best ride ever. Well, I don't know what the best ride ever is. Mr. Beat, nope, it's real. He's sharing the cell with Sam Bankman-Fried. We need to keep Johnny pure. At least that's not as crazy as Riot Head. That was with Epstein. Okay. So much baby oil. At Mr. Beat, exactly. That's the sort of thing that happens here in Clown World. What? The reason he had so much baby oil is because he had it laced with all sorts of drugs. That's how people got so fucked up. Transdermal absorption. Lab Glass sounded like a boring movie. Bill Nye is... Oh, wow. Who is Chris Penn? I know Sean Penn. No, it's Sean Penn in this. Not Chris Penn, it's Sean Penn. I think he means Sean Penn. Chris Penn. Chris Penn is in, like, the old one? Who's... I don't know. It's easy being sleazy. I mean, maybe we'll look it up in a bit. We promised to do a toke for Mr. Q, who threw in $5, and yep, it's that chick, Dakota Johnson. All right, so she's not going to get typecast at all. Just another movie. God damn it, man. I mean, how bad do you want to be in a movie with people whose names will get you somewhere? And you're like, oh, I can attach my name to this and it'll get a lot. Oh, it's an art piece. I do these art films. Yeah, all these art films are around you getting boned. You better hope you've got Eva Green's DNA. Otherwise, if you age out, you're done. Not to be refused with Chris Penn Glover. St. Caesar, better giving $5 to Johnny than DC for Joker 2. We never asked how Mr. Q watched Joker 2, and I respect his privacy in that regard. The fact is, he did his homework, and he didn't need to, because that movie obviously sucked. Why would you watch it? I don't care how you did it. The fact is that you did it. Once again, who was it that brought that up? St. Caesar. I'm not going to make the usual joke of the irony of St. Caesar pointing this out. But yeah, St. Caesar, again, missing the forest through the trees. The joke there is you watched Joker 2. So giving Johnny $5 so he can take a hit and talk about the entire plot to I was gonna say Smash Punch and then Punch Out, and it's like Punch Out's a game. Sucker Punch. The entire plot to Sucker Punch after taking a hit of weed, and he has to do it in 15 minutes or less. Probably for me less, but 1, 2, 3 movies is still goated to see that shit. Well, again, St. Caesar, I wouldn't suggest these things. Hey, I give you my Prime every month. If I could give you money, I would, sir. Yes, I'm not saying you can't. Or I'm not saying you can. And I understand why you don't. But you're getting my... I don't know if you're getting it or not. My point about the person who just... You throw $5 at me every month, and you're like, yeah, giving Johnny $5 is better than, like... But maybe don't, though. That's all I'm saying. I like Sucker Punch. It's not hard to follow. Right, Turtle? I had to watch it. Girlfriend liked the first one, and she likes Gaga. Oh. Sucker Punch was a horrible movie. We give Zack Snyder too much credit. I meet in the middle between who... Did someone say they liked it? Oh, yeah. I meet in the middle between Hobo, Chili Recipe, and Turtle. I have Turtle's opinion a lot. It's not hard to follow, and I liked it, but we do give Zach too much credit, and there is a lot of it that's cringy. MSO, hey Johnny, nice to see you. Odd time to be on. What, for you or me? I've got 10 minutes left, and I haven't even gotten into I wanted to fight someone when I watched the director's cut of Rebel Moon. I haven't watched Rebel Moon. But anyways, let's let's hit this. I got to do this for Mr. Q, and then I have to talk about the thing. And I'm running out of time. I burned up so much time before I even got into the movie description. Don't bother retracting typos. Who is Chris Penn? I know Sean Penn. Isn't he Sean Penn's fat brother? You mean his fat, talented brother? He was in two of my favorite movies, Reservoir Dogs and True Romance. I don't remember him in any of those. Digger 420, he was really underrated. He was in Footloose too. Willard was hot. And Mr. Beat saying, and this is a movie I haven't heard in a long time. And to Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. There's a weird one. Oh, okay. So we're going to go through the plan now is I just took a hit. And so now I'm a little bit, and we're going to go through the plot to Sucker Punch as fast as possible. And then we're going to watch the trailer for that movie that I just said, because that thing is funny. Sucker Punch is like dog shit good. I'm back for the last 15, says King Kong Dong. All right. Well, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we got off of a lot of stuff earlier. You could have hung out for a lot of it. But anyways, fucking moving on. So, Sucker Punch. Here we go. So Sucker Punch starts out as a story about a girl who has a little sister that she loves and she cares for. Now, her sister that she loves and she cares for and her are being raised by a mother. They had a wealthy father, and the father passed away. So it's this weird, almost Cinderella-esque kind of setup. But before the father, but when the father passed away, the mother married this new guy. Stepdad's a real prick, and early on, mom died. So that left daughter and lead character with stepdad. So now stepdad is being fucking pervy and being creepy towards little daughter. So older daughter kind of gets in the way and gets physical and gets beat up. And as a result of that, he has her committed. Now, when he has her committed, he pays an orderly to have her lobotomized. Now, the orderly files fake paperwork and does a lot of stuff to push the her being lobotomized thing. So now, when she gets to the insane asylum to process the fucked upness that it is living in an insane asylum, she processes the insane asylum as being a slave girl, sex slave forced work camp, or work camp, sex slave forced brothel. And they want to get out of the sex slave forced brothel. And so they put together a plan, and they enact that plan. Now, to get out of the sex slave forced brothel, which is going to force her, because she's a virgin, to have sex with Mr. Big, which is the high roller client. The high roller client, a.k.a. the doctor who's going to lobotomize her, they're trying to get her out before that happens. So whenever they do something to acquire the tools necessary to escape the sex slave situation in, again, the insane asylum, they transition into like weird, like futuristic, mecha animated whatever. And I forget the actor's name. This is when I could actually use Imholt. But there's a guy there that's always like this guiding spirit. And now they go through this over and over and over again, and they acquire all the pieces they need, and the ending happens where they're all fighting, different people go down or get taken out. Only one girl escapes, and it's not the one you would think it is. Now, the girl that gets out gets free, and she turns back because only one of them can, I forget why, but only one of them can get free, and she's like, go. And then she's like, but this was supposed to be about, this was supposed to be for you. And she's like, this isn't my story. And it's actually about the other chick, because the other chick was there wrongfully or something, like falsely. I don't fucking remember. But at any rate, so the other chick gets away. She stays. She gets fucking lobotomized, all right? She gets fucking lobotomized. And apparently, saving her sister from the quasi-pedo stepdad was not an issue. Thank you, Hollywood. Glad how we thought that was not a priority. But I guess with the way the story plays out, things probably will get bad for him later. Anyways, we'll cover that up. We'll cover that in a second. So she gets lobotomized. The girl makes it to the bus stop, and she gets on the bus, and wouldn't you know it, the bus driver is the same miracle angelic voice that we had, an actor that we had in all of the fight scene things. And the cops show up, and they're like, "Does this lady have a bus ticket?" He's like, or they're like, "Oh, we need to talk to this lady. We believe she's involved in an incident that happened at the blah, blah, blah asylum down the street." And he goes, "Well, that can't be true. This lady's been on this bus since blah, 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 blah. And she just stepped off to use the restroom. Mine's broken or something like that." And they're like, "Oh, sorry. Well, you have a good day." He's like, "And if I could say, officers, she's been a real treat." And it's just this whole thing where it's like, really? Even with the lobotomy, she's still smarter than Matt. I mean, we could argue that. I don't know. But the point is, so being lobotomized pissed off the janitor that is kind of molesting some of the other women, because I guess that's a thing going on too. And he's the one who fudged the paperwork on behalf of stepdad, who is also apparently very... by the movies tones, pedo inclined at the very least. So they, but the daughter has to be alive for him to continue to get the money, I think. I don't know. So at any rate, so he has her lobotomized, so she's out of the way, but it's all going to get exposed because the therapist, who's also the brothel coordinator in the Mindfuck universe. In the Mindfuck universe, where they're in a brothel, the janitor is somehow in charge of the therapist, but in reality, the female therapist oversees everything, and she finds out that the janitor's been forging her signature, and so she's going to kick his ass and expose him, and he's going to get in trouble. But it's after they have John Hamm come in and fucking take her out, take her down. And then after that, she gets lobotomized. It's like too late to save her, I guess, but then she's lobotomized, so she's not there anymore. But yeah, so the lobotomy, while the lobotomy happens, in her mind, it's her laying down with John Hamm, and John Hamm's character then, if the fantasy is to be believed, takes her virginity. And the little girl at the center of all of this isn't that little, but she looks like a little girl. She was in that Ghost Ship movie. That's like the only other thing she's ever done. But like she got older, but somehow her body didn't age. So they're pushing this weird little girl thing. And then again, lobotomized her. So again, it's an okay movie. And if you want to read into a lot of it, it gets weird and pervy. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. But if you want to smoke a bowl and eat a bunch of chips, it's a fun watch. They don't show anything untoward. Magic 8 Ball. Well, hello, Carice. Mind your own damn business. Damn, I was 35 minutes behind. Yeah, dude, right? Great movie review. I should do all of them some other time. All right, so speaking of movie reviews, we're going to go get the trailer for this. If you have not seen this movie, and a lot of people probably haven't, especially since this is a movie that came out a long time ago, I want to say at no point in time has Hollywood ever implied what they wanted to do with the world. 2, 1, oh no. We're going to do the trailer. The 1995 film. Again, We never knew where it would go. What? Why is the audio muted?
Wesley Snipes, he's been a killer and a commando. Patrick Swayze, he's been a heartthrob and a hero.
Right?
But these tough guys are about to face the most physically challenging roles of their careers.
Let's give it to him, girls.
Meet Vita Bohème.
Enchanté.
Right. Let's just normalize really masculine dudes playing cross-dressers. We're not paving the way for nothing. Don't pay attention to 20 years from now. By the way, we're also going to make an actor who's kind of desperate to get out there and put his name anywhere that gets noticed. He'll go in for this too because he's kind of, I don't know, cool with it, and he's a good character actor, but all right. I love this movie, says Sandy Squatch. This movie hurts. Especially where I see where I got it. So it's a porno, says Saint Caesar. Nope.
Honey, maybe she just found out Menudo broke up.
Miss Noxzema Jackson.
Jesse's daughter.
Dude, Wesley Snipes. Congratulations.
And their protege.
By the way, Wesley Snipes, in my opinion, the one who pulls off the transition the best. I feel like John Leguizamo here doesn't quite make it hit.
Chichi Rodriguez.
I'm the Latino Marilyn Monroe. I got more legs than a bucket of chicken.
They were headed for Hollywood.
Think of it as Easy Rider in dresses.
On a sacred mission.
Must take this message from Miss Newmar with us across the land.
Going on right here, a celebration.
This is so bad. Oh, God, it's so bad.
But along the way...
And nobody knows, apparently. All right, nope, never mind. Wait, I got it.
They had an unexpected stop.
You know what your career girls want? Careers? Your daddy some sugar.
Please, no.
No! No! I can't believe this!
You don't quote me, but I think this one is deceased.
A dead white policeman?
Now, they're stranded in a strange land.
Well, ladies, welcome to Snydersville.
And you thought the Dust Bowl was over?
This is the presidential suite. Must have been one of those bad presidents.
You got beat up by a girl?
And before they leave...
Do you like my nails?
They may turn this town from drab to utterly fabulous.
It's so painful.
Pictures and Amblin Entertainment present...
How do I look?
Like the Miami sound machine just exploded all over you.
Wesley Snipes.
Oh, my God.
About the way the Civil War turns out.
Patrick Swayze.
I gather you like hitting ladies.
Some ladies need to get hit.
And John Leguizamo.
I gotta go. I got cramps.
To Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Again, don't read into anything about this movie, and it's by no way. Again, whoever, I don't know where anyone, and I went a minute over, I don't know where anyone, he was great as Luigi Mario. Not bad. Not bad as Luigi Mario. That's Jeremy London. Holy shit, I forgot about this movie. Says Obo Chili Recipe. There's so much about this movie that's so wrong on so many levels. I'm actually, I'd say I went over and I'm sorry, and I want to go spend time with my daughter, and I need to drop immediately to go do that. But unfortunately, she's been ill, so I haven't spent time with my daughter until tomorrow, because then it won't matter if I get sick in like Monday or Tuesday. And have a cough then, but I don't want to have that tomorrow or this weekend. I want to be able to recover from the frickin' club before I get sick. So that's why we won't hang out with her until Saturday, because then I'm not a problem. If I am, it shows up on Monday and I don't have to go anywhere. Anyways, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been super duper awesome. What? He was also great in the Tropical Mexican that complains about Latins not being in everything. Yeah, whatever. Have a good night at work and fun weekend with the kids, says Shia. Yeah, I'm hoping everybody has a great weekend. Have a good time. I'll be back Monday morning on the Steel Toe Show. Hopefully not sick at all. My daughter seems like she's probably getting over it. So she should be not, what is the word? Not communicative? Communicative isn't, not communicable. She shouldn't be infectious by that point. Whatever. I keep fucking saying I'm going to leave and I don't. God damn it. When am I going to learn?
Fuck off.
The pain is for me, the pain is for you.
I pray to the highest heavens, Lord, please do not let this Becky get any purple-headed yogurt slinger from any man. Absolutely not.
Oh, and I can't think right now for the food.